uniform so I can go.
Back to Pluto, I hope.
Angela and I want to help the homeless of Pittsburgh, so we're going to volunteer to shelter downtown.
Oh?
Yeah, we're going to cook them breakfast.
I thought you wanted to help the homeless, not kill them.
I think what you're doing is very laudable.
Well, we both have been very fortunate, and we want to do something for people who have less than us. Not only that, we get out of study hall.
Angela, your compassion is an inspiration to us all.
Can I go too?
What for?
Maybe I'll meet a hobo and he can teach me how to hop a freight to nowhere.
I'll teach you, Wesley. I'll even give you a little boost.
Come on, George, we're going to be late for the funeral.
There's been a passing?
Oh, yes, Barney, one of George's golfing buddies. I'm afraid George is taking it kind of hard.
Let's hit it.
I've never seen him look so devastated.
George.
Hey, I know what you're going to say. This isn't right for a funeral.
Not unless it's for Bubbles the chimp.
Look, all the pallbearers are dressing like this.
Oh, what's the minister wearing? Bermuda shorts?
Barney wanted his funeral on a golf course. It's where he spent his happiest hours.
I'm sorry, George. I didn't mean to be disrespectful. A funeral is a solemn event.
That's right. Come on, Marsh. We're riding in the lead golf cart.
Streaks on the china never mattered before. Who cares when you drop kicked your jacket as you came through the door? No one glared. According to our new rival, life is more than mere survival, and we just might live the good life yet.
Hey, Ange, how's my French toast moving? Great. I think they really like it.
Hey, am I supposed to eat this or resole my shoes with it?
How are you girls doing?
Okay, I guess, except I didn't know we'd be so busy.
Yeah, where do all these people come from? Same place that we do, except somewhere they got off the track. Job loss, disability, mental illness, drug abuse.
I had a cousin who was homeless, but he just forgot his zip code.
Why don't I spell you here and you girls can go clear some tables?
Wow, Heather, we already got a promotion. Right. Let me help you with that.
Hands off, Blondie.
I wasn't going to take anything.
Sure, you and the cops, welfare, and the feds. Everybody wants my stuff.
Sorry. So, do you wear contacts? Just trying to make conversation.
Napkin, 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 napkin.
Did you lose this?
Oh, my earrings, thanks.
You're welcome. My name's Tom.
Oh, I'm Heather.
This your first day?
Yeah, some pretty strange people around here.
Yeah, huh?
I don't know whether I should be scared of them or feel sorry for them.
Yeah, me neither.
So how long have you been a volunteer?
Oh, I'm not. I live here.
Oh, hi, Mr. Belvedere.
Oh, back from the fairway farewell.
Yeah.
Actually, it was a very nice service.
Yeah, until some bozo sliced his drive into the casket.
Well, I'm going to soak my feet. That's the last time I wear heels in a sand trap.
I'm sorry about your friend, George. Were you close?
Hey, he was in my foursome at the club. He'd always shave off a stroke at the par fives. Back at the clubhouse, we'd play a little poker. He'd cheat. Leave when he was ahead. Sign my name on his tab.
Friends like that are hard to find.
It's just, here's a guy about my age. Makes you think.
Certainly does. About what?
You know, life and death.
Well, George, we live and then we die.
Speak for yourself.
My point is not to worry. While we have life, we should enjoy it.
I guess you're right, big guy. No point moping.
Hey, Dad, want to toss it around?
What are you trying to do, kill me?
Angela, I need some plates.
Here you go. Hi, Tom.
Oh, hi, Heather. Like my new shirt?
It's real nice.
I found it in the dumpster. People throw away really good stuff.
So you got a date?
No, I'm going on a job interview.
Oh, isn't this your job?
Oh, I'm just helping out while I stay here. I like to keep busy.
Oh, well, good luck at your interview. You must be pretty excited, huh?
Yeah, I haven't had a real job in 2 years.
2 whole years? That's awful.
Well, it's hard when they ask for an address and phone number and you don't have an address and phone number.
Hi. I didn't get a chance to introduce myself to you yesterday. I'm Angela.
Good for you.
You know, just because you have a terrible, miserable life of hopelessness doesn't mean you can't say a friendly hello.
What makes you think my life's so miserable?
Well, you live on the streets. You're dirty and grungy and kind of smelly. No offense.
None taken. Besides, you're the one who stinks.
What?
That perfume. It's just another product of the capitalist consumer conspiracy.
No, it's Forever Crystal.
Look, Blondie, everything I need in the world is right here where I can get at it. Real simple.
You make it sound like living this way is good.
I'm totally free and unfettered by the trappings of modern civilization. Can you say that?
No, but I can say rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Hi, Dad. Finally returning that plunger I borrowed.
Oh, you didn't have to, Kev. It was sort of a housewarming gift.
Gee, thanks.
You know how to read these blood pressure things?
Oh, yeah, I learned how when I was a nurse's aide. You're 30/10.
Is that good?
Not really. You're dead.
I ordered 8 years of Time magazine for this stupid thing.
Come on, Dad. What are you worried about? You seem like a healthy kind of guy.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Then again, you never know.
What do you mean?
Well, when I worked at the hospital, there was this guy about your age. He came in for a hair transplant. An hour later, he was on a slab in the morgue.
Yeah?
And another guy, he had an ingrown toenail. Next day, they were spreading his ashes over the Monongahela.
Huh?
Whoops, gotta get to class. Hey, listen, I'll come back later and tell you about some more dead guys. See ya.
Expecting a close encounter? Well, you hardly touched your dinner, although you sculpted it very well.
I saw Doc Elliott this afternoon.
I hope it's not bad news.
I'm in perfect health.
Oh, George, I am sorry.
I don't understand. Barney had a checkup from Doc Elliott a week before he croaked, and he was fine, too.
Any idea what caused Barney's sudden demise?
He died in the saddle.
Oh, you mean horseback riding?
No. You know, between the fluffy whites.
He fell into a meringue?
He died in bed with his wife.
Oh, you mean chiming Big Ben?
Whatever.
George, it was a fluke.
Yeah, but it was a fluke that killed him.
Oh, it's such a clear and beautiful night. All the stars are out. It's kind of romantic. I'll be upstairs.
Hi, everyone. I brought a surprise. Homemade cookies. I didn't bake them. Hello again.
Look who's here. Little Mary Sunstroke.
Looks like you got a lot of stuff in there.
Yep. Place for everything and everything in its place.
Thanks. Hi, Tom. I brought you a cookie.
Oh, thanks.
So did you get the job?
Oh, nah. There must have been 100 people there. I didn't stand a chance.
You'll do better next time.
These are for you.
Oh, thanks, Mrs. Williams. You're very nice.
I feel terrible about this.
Oh, that's okay. A rule is a rule.
What's going on?
It's our policy here at the shelter. People can only stay 2 weeks.
It's not fair.
Heather, we have to turn away dozens of people every day. That's not fair either.
Hey, I'll be okay. I got a great spot under the turnpike. Nobody took it.
Come on in, Tom.
You sure this is a good idea?
Don't worry. You'll stay in the attic. No one will ever know you're here.
Hello, Heather.
Hi, Mr. Belvedere.
How did my cookies go over?
Great, Mr. Belvedere. Well, good night.
Brazil nuts.
Huh?
That's the secret to the recipe. I got it after a wild weekend in Rio with Mrs. Fields.
Well, good night.
Anything wrong?
Why should something be wrong?
No reason. But if Wesley had that look on his face, I'd be sleeping tonight with a gun.
George, where are you going now?
I'm going to make a sandwich.
Another one?
I had Chinese for lunch. Go to sleep.
That was close.
You mind? I need my binoculars. Henrietta Huffnagel left her blinds open.
Okay.
Here. Is something going on?
No?
Is there someone hiding in the closet?
Yeah, there's a man in there. Some guy I picked up off the street.
Guess that's the only way you're gonna get one.
Oh, no, Marsh, not the feather trick.
Good morning.
Hey, get that thing out of my face.
I'm sorry, George. I just love doing that. I always have.
Guess I fell asleep watching the tube.
Or trying to avoid something else.
Morning.
Bingo.
I waited up for you.
Yeah, well, I think I'm coming down with a cold. I don't want to spread it around.
I'd say you're spreading it around rather well.
I think I better go up and take some aspirin or something.
I hope I don't have to sleep alone again tonight.
Don't look at me.
I don't know if this is going to work, Heather.
Oh, yes, it will. At least until we can find you a job. Here, look. Here's one that pays $25,000 a year with medical benefits, full dental, and daycare.
What is it?
Divisional Multi-System Program Analyst. I don't know what it is either.
Oh, I'll get it.
Oh, no, Tom. You're supposed to stay here, remember? Coming. Hi, Ange. Come on in. Hi. What is all this? It's my stuff. Now I'm in total control of my life. Everything I need is right here. My clothes, my books, my records, even Mr. Beaver. Angela, get real. Hi, Tom.
Oh, hi, Angela. Like a shopping cart.
Thanks. I got it in the supermarket. Tom, what are you doing?
Just helping out.
I told you have to stay in the attic or they'll find you.
Oh, that's right.
Is it me or does Tom seem a little weird? Why don't you ask Mr. Beaver? Come on, Angela. I'll drive to the store.
When did I polish this?
Hey, big guy. Is the coast clear?
Yes, George, your wife is upstairs taking another cold shower.
Good. Why can't she leave me alone?
Beats the hell out of me.
Hey, it's not just Marcia either. All of a sudden, every woman I meet wants my bot. My secretary, some meter maid, even the cashier at Lumberama. She tried to slip me a free can of spackle.
George, I think you're just imagining all this because you're obsessed with Whoopi.
Hi, my name's Yvette, and I'm selling waterless cookware. Is your wife available?
No.
Want to steam some vegetables?
I guess you're just a meat and potatoes man.
Hi, Mr. Botulism.
Hello, Angela. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm sure there's an irrational explanation for it.
You mean this? These are all my earthly belongings. I've dropped out of society.
I'll drink to that.
Now I'm free. Free as the breeze.
That must be what I hear whistling between your ears.
Hi, Aunt. Hi, Ed.
Oh, hello, Heather. I want to thank you for all that extra cleaning that you've been doing.
Huh?
Well, you know, the banisters, the window blinds, the lampshades. That was you, wasn't it?
Well, sure. Who else could it be? Maybe it was Tom. Angela. Sorry, it couldn't have been Tom. He stays in the attic all day.
For crying out loud, Marsh. Get your mind out of the gutter. Hi, nice jacket. Who the hell are you?
I'm Tom. I live here. Who are you?
Oh, I see you two have met.
So I brought Tom here until I could get him a job in a place of his own.
I thought I heard noises in the attic. I just assumed that's where you were sleeping.
Well, I thought we had a squirrel up there. I even put out some poison pellets.
My God, I thought those were licorice bits.
Hey, everybody, there's some guy up in the attic. We know, Wes. You do?
He's a homeless man your sister's been trying to hide.
You mean you were telling me the truth? You're really warped.
Hey, look, kitten, I feel sorry for the guy, but he just can't stay here.
But he's not bothering anyone.
Heather, your heart is in the right place, but I'm afraid your father's right.
Don't get mad at Heather. It's my fault.
Hey, look, Tom, we're not blaming you or anyone else. I know times are tough.
Well, here's your clothes, Mr. Owens.
Oh, no, you keep them. And, here's a couple of bucks for you.
No, thanks. I already ate your food and stayed at your house.
Well, so does Belvedere, and we pay him.
Take it, Tom.
Thanks. Maybe I can buy some new boots.
Wait, Tom, maybe you can stay with Angela.
Hasn't he suffered enough?
So what are we going to do? Just throw him out?
Heather.
Oh, sure. Give him a few bucks, forget about him, and maybe the problem will go away. Well, it won't. There are a million of Toms out there, and no one even gives a damn. What kind of world is this? Tom? Tom? Mr. Belvedere, what is this place?
It's a residential hotel. Mind the concierge?
Well, wait a second. That's the shelter's address in case he needs a meal.
Ah, here we are.
Tom.
Hi, Heather. Hi, Mr. Belvedere. Come on in.
Thank you.
Like my new apartment?
You live here?
Well, it's not as nice as your attic, but it's all I could afford on my new salary.
You mean you found a job?
Mr. Belvedere got me a job at Donut World.
I carry a lot of weight around there.
Right now I mix the dough, but if I do good, they'll let me dip them in chocolate icing and put sprinkles on them and maybe even squirt jelly in the jelly donuts. What's the matter, Heather? You look sad.
It's just the newspaper's filled with all these really good jobs. Better than working in some donut shop.
I can't get those jobs. They said I wasn't qualified.
Yeah, but you could get into a job training program or something.
And I like my job. It's fun. Besides, I get to meet a lot of nice policemen.
Tom, with a better job, you could afford a really nice place. Don't you want a balcony and a stereo and a trash compactor?
Gee, I got a roof over my head and a bed to sleep in with blankets and everything. I thought I was doing pretty good.
You know something? You're right. You're doing great. I'm really proud of you.
Heather, I think it's time we should go. Tom has to be up early in the morning.
Yeah, I got to be at Donut World at 4 in the morning.
Mm-hmm. I'll be there at 4:15. Nice.
Thanks, Mr. Belvedere, for getting him that job. It was really nice of you. I just wish there was more I could do.
Oh, Heather. If everybody cared as much as you did, there'd be far less people sleeping in cardboard boxes and on steam grates.
Why should anyone have to sleep on a steam grate?
Why, indeed.
Hi, George.
Uh-oh.
I was at the club today. Guess what happened?
You made a hole-in-one and they gave you a free divot fixer?
I had lunch with the wives of your golfing buddies.
Yeah?
Yeah. And you know how girls talk. Well, it seems like we've all been feeling a little neglected lately.
What do you know?
And there's this rumor going around about what really happened to Barney. I was beginning to think it was me.
Belvedere!
He went shopping at the movies with Heather.
So my heart's starting to pound.
It's a muscle. It needs exercise.
What if I die?
You'll have a smile on your face.
You know, come to think of it, so did Barney.
Mr. Belvedere will be right back.
Heather continues to volunteer at the shelter. Tom stops by from time to time, usually with a generous donation from Donut World. Meanwhile, the supermarket reclaimed Angela's shopping cart, leaving her with no choice but to return to civilization. Talk about paradise lost. As for George, he somehow survived his close encounter with Marcia. And since then, I haven't seen much of either of them. Paradise regained. To celebrate this season of goodwill, the Owenses have pleasantly surprised me by agreeing to be on their best behavior. From all of us, happy holidays!
Let me help. Oh, thanks, Hev. You know, Mom, this was the best Christmas ever. Really? Yeah, I mean, it was perfect. We were all together, trimming the tree, singing Christmas carols. Dad didn't even make us watch Perry Como's Christmas.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Do I know you?
Probably not. Mom, this is James Montgomery. You know the little boy I babysit for on the weekends?
Oh, yes. It's very nice to meet you, James.
The pleasure's all mine, ma'am.
A well-mannered child in this kitchen. I must call Ripley's.
James' mom was called out of town, so I told her he could stay with us for the next week.
Oh, that's nice, dear. What?
Oh, it'll be all right, I promise. I'll feed him and everything.
Heather, a young man requires a little more care than a stray puppy.
Or in Wesley's case, a rabid jackal.
You really should have discussed this with Dad and me first.
Oh, don't worry, Mrs. Owens. I'm sure James is a polite young man. If not, we can always tie him under the porch and feed him table scraps.
Hi, I'm Bert Hammond. This is my associate, Carl Putnam. We represent the Happy Guys of Pittsburgh.
Helping others happily. That's our motto.
Well, you can help yourself right out of here. The last time I saw you guys, you tried to drag me into some devil worship thing.
Our little Halloween party may have gotten a wee bit out of hand, but we've cleaned house.
Yeah, now you won't find so much as a deviled egg.
George, who's here?
Marcia, you remember the Happy Guys, Bert and Carl?
Oh, yes. Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
This guy slays me. Doesn't he slay you, girl?
Well, it's easy for you to say, Bert. You're not Tweedledum.
Won't you come in and sit down?
Oh, well, thank you. Now, I don't want to alarm you folks, but there's a mad criminal on the loose, and he's attacking the women of Beaver Falls.
What does he do?
He steals their high-heeled shoes.
It's no laughing matter. Well, last night he stole my wife's best open-toed pumps. She's currently under sedation.
Oh, have you called the police?
Unfortunately, this is what they consider a low-priority item.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's scandalous. It's scandalous.
That's why we're here. You've got to help us.
Hey, I'm a sportscaster. I don't know anything about catching criminals. Unless they've stolen home.
Anyway, George, old pal, we need your house for our meetings.
What meetings?
Tell him, Bert.
We formed our own neighborhood protection group, the Guardian Happy Guys.
We're going to make the streets safe for decent human beings.
I think I better warn Wesley.
Streaks on the china never mattered before. Who cares when you drop-kicked your jacket as you came through the door? No one glared. According to our new rival, life is more than mere survival, and we just might live a good life yet.
At this straight, you're telling me you've never had detention?
That's correct. Although I once had to stay after school to accept a good conduct medal.
Where'd you find this geek,
Wesley, you can't speak to James that way. Most people do.
Wesley, James will be staying with us for 1 week. Surely you can impersonate a human being for that long?
What's that supposed to mean?
It means quit acting like a jerk. Actually, Miss Heather, a jerk is a dull or stupid person. Wesley seems to be neither of those. I'm afraid you've misspoken.
You know, kid, you may not be a total zero after all.
Well, you can certainly learn something from him.
Maybe he can learn something from me.
Yeah, you want to come to order, please? Fellas, you want to quiet down and we'll start.
Gee, he's kind of high-strung, isn't he?
Gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the first meeting of the Guardian Happy Guys.
Hey, who had all the crab puppies?
George had one.
Now, the high-heel bandit, as we have dubbed him, has eluded the police so far. But we, the Guardian Happy Guys, are going to see to it that he's captured and brought to justice.
Do we get to wear hats? You mean like golf hats with our own logo on them?
I didn't know we had a logo.
No, we don't have a logo, and we don't need hats.
Hey, but we did have these new buttons made up.
You bad guys, cut it out. Little rough, don't you think?
Now, the first order of business is to divide ourselves into patrol teams.
As long as we're dividing up into teams, why don't we get up a softball game? Hey, can I play first base? Hi, Mom.
Oh, hi, honey.
Come over here, give your old mom a big hug.
Where's everybody?
Your sister and brother are upstairs watching TV. Daddy and Mr. Belvedere are in the living room forming a vigilante group. And I have been exiled to the kitchen, so I'm doing my nails.
Dad and Mr. Belvedere are doing what?
Oh, they're having a meeting with that group of happy guys to track down the high-heel bandit.
You're kidding.
Take a look.
Why are they marching around 2 by 2?
I think they're doing the Virginia Reel.
Mom, Mr. Belvedere's dipping Dad.
And remember now, we're only the eyes and ears of the police. If you see the high-heel bandit, do not try to apprehend him. Do not take any aggressive action yourself.
Hell, this is worse than Norm. I thought my part was over when the crab puppies disappeared.
Well, let's just get this over with.
Oh, I think it's too late to go patrolling tonight, don't you, Bert?
Way too late.
We do have time for turkey in the straw.
I still don't get why we're dancing.
It fosters teamwork, George. They say the Steelers do the bossa nova.
Now pay attention, kid. Maybe a little of the Owens magic will rub off on you. What's this?
Hot water bottle?
If you're not even going to try, we'll stop this lesson right now.
Sorry, I promise I'll try to think meaner.
Good. Now what you have here is your basic whoopee cushion. You place it on the principal's chair right before assembly. Then when he sits down after the Pledge of Allegiance...
That's not very nice.
Exactly. Now check this out.
Even I know that. That's a rubber snake.
Wrong. It's the real McCoy.
But serpents are not indigenous to the Beaver Falls area.
They are now. Quick, put him under that magazine on the chair.
But that's Heather's magazine. Won't she be startled?
At least.
Hey, Wes, have you seen my 17 magazine? I believe it's over there.
Thanks, James. Well?
I never knew it could be like this.
I don't know why we're sitting out here freezing our hooters off.
Well, if we're going to catch the high-heel bandit, we must sacrifice a little comfort.
I don't see you sacrificing any of those donuts.
If you're going to be nasty, I shall go home and you'll be the only happy guy on the streets without a patrol buddy.
I am not your buddy, and I am not a happy guy.
Since you are obviously unable to be pleasant, I suggest we keep our mouths shut and our eyes open.
You got it.
Fine.
Hey, Belvedere.
Now what?
I think I drank too much coffee. We better find a gas station.
You know we are not allowed to leave the stakeout for any reason.
Fine. I'll just use that bush over there.
Of course, that's your decision, but we're here to uphold the law, not to break it.
Huh?
Well, for one thing, there's indecent exposure. Vandalism. Defacing public property.
Okay, you made your point. I'll tough it out.
That's the spirit.
Belvedere?
Mm-hmm.
Could you tell me a story?
About?
You know, to take my mind off things.
Oh, very well. Once upon a time, there was a man who lived under Niagara Falls. All day long, he did nothing but listen to the rush of the raging waters.
Stop that story!
Stay tuned for Shock Fear Theater. Tonight's presentation, The Killer Bra Strap in 3D.
The whole evening shot to hell. Hey, Wes, why aren't you in bed?
Somebody had to wait up for Mom.
Huh?
When it got late and you guys didn't come home, she got worried and went out looking for you.
Hey, Marshall, what happened?
Oh, George, he got me.
Who?
The high-heel bandit.
All of a sudden, I feel something in my back, and a voice in my ear says, "Give me those pumps or I'll pump you full of lead."
What happened then?
This is the worst part. I gave him my brand new snakeskin I paid $350 for them.
You what?
Down from $500? Oh, George, don't be angry. I've been violated.
Well, so have I.
Folks, I'm trying to make a report here.
Sorry.
I'm just sick about this.
Hi, I'm Bert Hammond. This is my associate, Carl Putnam. We represent...
Just get in here.
Came right over as soon as we heard about the missus.
Yeah, we picked up the police call on the scanner in my car. Oh, by the way, your car's being towed.
You know, you guys are supposed to be in charge of getting this dirtbag off the street. Now, I want to know what you're going to do about this.
Ooh, he's got spunk, Bert.
Yeah, real spunk. Have you ever considered becoming a junior happy guy?
Look, I'll do whatever I can to catch this jerk.
Yeah, we do need to take stronger measures.
I'd say this calls for another meeting.
Maybe we should have it here.
Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock.
I'll be here.
I'll bring the accordion.
Hey, Wes.
Yeah.
Have you seen James? I went up to his room to look for him, and I found this note on his pillow. It says, I didn't do it.
Didn't do what?
Wesley, I hope you have a way of putting this chicken back together.
I didn't do it.
Then who did?
James.
Ridiculous. He's far too innocent to have masterminded something like this. He must have had help.
Hey, all I did was show the kid a few basic moves. Can I help it if he's a natural?
Wesley, you're poisoning his mind. I forbid you to teach him anything else.
Okay, but he's tasted success. You'll probably be hearing from him again.
Now, if you'll both excuse me, I am going upstairs to change. I seem to have fouled myself.
Mr. Belvedere! Oh, Mr. Belvedere, I need you! Mr. Belvedere!
What is it? My hands are rather full. Oh, dear.
You have to help me find James.
First, we must find Lady Clairol.
That pint-sized Al Capone put blue dye in my shampoo.
No doubt after you put pop rocks in my souffle.
This is all Wesley's fault. I'm gonna pound him right after I smack James bald-headed.
Good Lord, Wesley, what have you done?
Nothing yet.
Then what's that?
What's left on my new 10-speed? I told James he could write it.
Apparently he rode it through hell.
Wesley, you created this monster. You have to stop him. Hey, Westman! Looks like something happened to your bike.
This isn't funny.
Loosen up, dude. Where's your sense of humor?
Gone up in smoke.
Hey, Tubbs, your beach ball's lopsided.
They call me Mr. Tubbs.
James, I want you to quit acting like this. What happened to that sweet little kid I used to babysit? That geek? He's history. By the way, I love what you've done with your hair.
You're not getting out of this.
I couldn't find a bag to match my shoes.
My, don't we look lovely this evening?
Knock it off. Let's just get this over with.
All right, you are, cutie. Gentlemen, or perhaps I should say ladies.
Not to me.
This gives new meaning to the word dragnet.
Now, for everyone's protection and safety, we'll work in pairs. By strolling the streets as women, we'll catch the high-heel bandit right where he lives.
Well, if we know where he lives, Bert, why don't we just go over to his house?
That's it. I'm out of here.
Oh, no, you don't. I'm not going anywhere without my best girlfriend.
Just don't try to borrow my lipstick. Hey, where's Kevin? Kevin?
Yeah.
My God, you look stunning.
I know, I can't help it.
Gee, kid, couldn't you have gone a little easier on the eyeshadow?
Not according to Cosmo.
Well, you better be careful. You could get picked up.
Hey, Dad, that's not funny.
You are wearing your own underwear, aren't you?
Of course I am.
That explains the visible panty line.
Let's go. Now remember, if you sit down, keep your knees together.
Here you go, Belvedere. You sit down and I'll wait for the bandit in the bushes.
Why should I have to be baked?
Let's just say you're easy to spot from a distance.
Very well. George, what should I do if the bandit tries to accost me?
Play hard to get.
You don't. Somebody's coming. Oh. Good evening, my dear.
Look, honey, your kind belongs over by the fish pond. I'm working this end of the park. Beat it.
Evening, miss.
Good evening, officer.
A little late for a lady to be out by herself at night.
Oh, I'm not afraid.
You should be. Yeah, there's some nut running around stealing women's shoes right off their feet.
Oh, silly. Nobody would want my shoes.
I guess you're right. Still, you ought to think about going home.
Thank you, officer. I will.
Say, what's your sign?
Dead end. Dead end.
Well, that was a big bust. How do women keep from freezing to death in these things?
Well, at least you weren't hit on. God, men can be such animals.
Tell me about it.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Well, where have you been, Bert?
I'm afraid I have some bad news. The high-heel bandits struck again while you were out on patrol.
Where?
Over by the dairy.
The one place we didn't have a team.
I think it's time to try the police.
No, don't do that. I told you they're not interested. Besides, we can handle this by ourselves.
I'm not wearing any more girdles.
You should have tried one with a tummy tamer.
Hey, if you're so sure we can get this guy, how come you didn't dress up and go on patrol with us?
Well, somebody's got to run the operation, and it should be the one who knows the most about the crimes.
Yes, you do seem well informed about the high-heel bandit.
Well, let's just say I understand him.
Perhaps you can tell us how it is that he knows exactly where or when we're patrolling.
Maybe he's psychic.
Or maybe he's Bert.
Oh, you're crazy.
You take that back. Bert never stole anything.
Oh, really? Who told us first about the high-heel bandit?
Bert?
And who told us not to go to the police because they wouldn't be interested?
Bert.
And who's the one who's most obsessed with the shoe collection of the high-heel bandit? When the rest of us wouldn't know the difference between a Harache and an espadrille.
Well, any fool knows that a Harache is a woven flat-heel sandal, while an espadrille is a canvas wedgie with a rope sole.
How could you do it?
I didn't. I couldn't. I have this cane.
You never had a cane before.
Get it! No, fellas, you gotta understand. You gotta give me a chance to explain. You see, I was a shoe salesman for 35 years. It's in my blood. I can't help myself. I'm sick. I promised to get therapy. Will you guys let me off the hook?
No.
What are you doing, James? Making sure there's one less bird bath in the world.
You can't blow up the Huffnagel's bird bath. Somebody might get hurt.
Somebody might get hurt if they don't get off my case.
Look, kid, Real pranks require planning, timing, and above all, finesse.
Finesse.
Yeah. Without a certain grace and dignity, a prank is just a mean trick. Or in this case, a crime.
Oh, give me a break.
I will. I'll promise to keep this a secret. But you have to promise to stop acting like me.
It's too late, Wes. I've seen the other side of the mountain.
If I rat on you, you're going to be seeing the other side of a set of bars.
Do you do that to me?
Try me.
Okay. You win. Want me to show you how to disarm it?
Hey, this is the king you're talking to.
Ready to go home, James? Sure, Heather. Okay, let's hit the road. Could I have a moment alone with Wesley, please? Okay, I'll just put your bag in the car. Okay. Thank you, Wesley, for almost an enlightening stay.
The enlightenment was mutual. Guess I'll see you.
See ya. Are you sure you disconnected that detonator correctly?
Hey, piece of cake.
Good.
Wesley! There's a bird bath in my crumb cake! The Beaver Falls crime sprees, both civil and domestic, have finally come to an end. With only Wesley's demented tricks to fear, it's almost like being on holiday. But the high-heel bandit was let off with a fine and a stern warning to steer clear of ladies' footwear and the feet on which it gathers. My part in his capture has left me with my dignity only slightly askew. Others were not quite so fortunate. Come in.
Mr. Belvedere, can I borrow a pair of gloves until the crazy glue wears off?
I'm Ted Koppel. Later on Nightline, carnival time in Rio. But with inflation at 1,000%, there's not much to celebrate. That's our story tonight.
Sunday at 7, limber up sports fans for a Frisbee hoop toss and the smallest indoor ski.
Hi, everybody. What do you think of this outfit?
Oh, lovely. But why are you wearing your necklace around your waist?
I think you look very nice, honey. Another big date with Gary?
Yeah, I'm really excited. We've been dating for 3 months now, and tonight I think he's gonna finally do it.
Do what?
Give me his socks. His socks? Well, yeah. They're a symbol of our mutual love and commitment. See, I'll sleep with them on so he can keep me warm at night.
Honey, sometimes I worry about you.
I wouldn't worry until he gives her his boxer shorts. I thought the news was on.
We're watching Brainbusters.
Not another insipid game show.
But this one's unique. They put kids and adults on the same team.
Yeah, and I know most of the answers.
That would make it unique.
Here comes the lightning round. All right, guys, I'm going to whip you now.
Good luck to our contestants. First question. Who won the 1984 World Series?
Tigers!
Who wrote The Last of the Mohicans?
James Fenimore Cooper.
What was the name of the dog in The Thin Man? What is the scientific name for aspirin?
White pills. Acetylsalicylic acid.
That was my next guess.
Boy, Dad, if you and I went on this show, we could really clean up.
I don't know, Wes.
This week's grand champions on Brainbusters will receive a prize package including a cordless telephone, a laptop computer, a CD player, a digital keyboard, and a Lamborghini.
On the other hand...
I'm way ahead of you, Dad. I applied last week.
All right.
Boy, wouldn't it be great? Wesley T. Owens making his TV debut on Brainbusters.
Funny. I always thought it would be on America's Most Wanted. Would you like some eggs?
Who cares? Life stinks and then you die.
I take it Gary did not give you his socks.
No, he gave me the boot.
I'm sorry.
What happened? Gary broke up with me. He said I was smothering him. Can you believe it? After I ate lunch with him every day and called him twice every single night. Boys are crazy. I hate them. I am never going out again.
Oh, Heather, there are plenty of other fish in the sea.
Thank you, Mrs. Paul.
Now, look, I remember when Ricky Baldwin broke up with me. I thought it was the end of the world, too. But then I met your father.
I thought you were trying to cheer her up.
Hey, big guy.
Hello, George.
Junk. Bill. One here for you, pal.
A subpoena?
I don't believe it. They want us to try out for Brainbusters this Friday.
You're kidding.
This is radical. We're going to be a team.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Oh, come now, Heather. There is no use wallowing in self-pity.
Why not?
Because you're wallowing in my rocky road.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Oh, Miss Belvedere, can you iron this for me? I've got a hot date tonight with Myra Banks.
I know what you're up to. You're going to pretend to be real sweet and caring, but you're just going to toy with her affections until you fling her aside like a rag doll, just like all men, you heartless scud. Bucket!
How did she know?
Hi, honey. What are you reading?
The Wretched Vomit of Existence.
Heather, you do have to get on with your life.
Life is a tale told by an idiot.
Speaking of which, George called. He'll be late for dinner.
Look, Heather, just sitting around here all day moping isn't going to do you any good. Hey, what do you say we spend the afternoon at the mall?
I don't want to go to the mall.
Sorry, I was startled by something.
Heather, get up. Now, we are going to the mall. I'm going to buy you something frivolous and expensive, and you are going to like it.
Why don't you just make me walk over hot coals?
Move!
Off your tryout?
Yep.
George, don't you think you should wash your hands before you leave?
What?
Your hands are all blue.
It's a skin condition.
1492, 1776, 1941. Oh, dear, we're breaking out in historical dates.
I'm trying to cover all the bases.
George, you cannot put all the trivia of the world on your body.
Can I borrow yours? It's okay to be a little nervous.
I'm fine, Dad.
I was talking to myself.
So I see we have our would-be brainbusters already in place. You know who I am.
Who?
Tony Hopper, Dad, the host.
Oh, right. Didn't recognize you in this light.
No problemo. We asked you here to test how you respond to the game situation. Now, don't lean into your mic. Speak up, project, and, hey, be yourselves, huh?
Got it, Tone.
Yeah. Well, I'd first like to greet the Lees from Virginia.
Hi, Tony. I am Trava, and this is my son, Travo.
I'm Tarara, and this is my son, Boomdier.
I did the jokes, huh?
I'm Wesley, and this is my dad, George.
Okay. Well, remember the rules. Hit the buzzer when you think you know the answer. We'll give you 50 points if you're right, but we'll penalize you if you're wrong. My first question. It's okay to be aggressive, but let's wait for the category. Okay, babe?
Sure thing, babe.
Who was the president of the United States? George?
Rutherford B. Hayes.
No. Who was the President of the United States when we entered World War I? Yes, Bravo.
Thomas Woodrow Wilson?
Wrong. That's correct.
Thomas?
That was his name, Dad.
Moving on. Name the famous dog.
Benji.
Wrong again. Name the famous dog who almost cost Richard Nixon an election. Yes, Wesley.
Checkers.
That's correct.
Hey, way to go, sport. What a kid. Is he a chip off the old block or what?
Can we proceed?
Sure.
Okay. Now, who won the Triple Crown? Yes, George.
Secretariat. No, Seattle Sloop. No, affirmed.
Are you sure?
Yeah, yes.
Who won the Triple Crown in baseball in 1967? Yes, Troa.
Carl Yastrzemski.
That is correct.
Hey, that was a trick question.
Hi, we're back.
Hi.
We went to this really trendy place called Safari Junction. I got these earrings made out of chicken beaks.
Lovely. When you're tired of them, I'll be able to use them for soup stock.
Heather, will you please take this stuff upstairs? I've got to do some research for this legal seminar tomorrow.
A seminar tomorrow? Well, I thought we could go to the museum or the symphony or the Gap.
Heather, I do have a job.
That's okay. I understand. I'll be happy sitting at home, alone, writing poetry that doesn't rhyme.
Well, look, maybe I can squeeze in an hour or two.
Okay.
Well, are we brain busters yet?
The bust part is right. What happened?
Well, the producers kind of liked me, but Dad tried to beat up the host.
Look, I'm sorry I let you down, pal. It's just, well, I hated his guts.
That's okay, Dad. What did I want with this stupid Lamborghini anyway?
Don't be distraught, George. It was only a silly game show. A mindless parade of absolutely useless information.
You're right.
So, you want to go on with me, Mr. Belvedere?
Wesley, I thought you'd never ask.
Hey!
You should be studying the almanac.
I'm taking a break. I've been at it all day.
Wesley, if you are going to be my partner on Brainbusters, you must be prepared. Now, I want you to memorize the state capitals.
I know the state capitals.
In Hebrew?
I brought these from the library like you asked.
Thank you, Kevin.
Will and Ariel Durant's Story of Civilization. I have the Encyclopedia Britannica in the trunk.
Are you trying to kill me?
A tempting thought, but I think we should wait until after the game show. Where are you going?
To school. At least there I can give my mind a rest.
He'll be back.
It's Saturday.
And there was a whole chocolate mousse cake in here this morning. Who ate it?
Guess.
The brain that ate Pittsburgh?
Oh, bye, honey. I'm running a little late. Oh, but I'll see you at the mall after school, won't I?
Oh, I don't think so. I may have to appear in court this afternoon.
Oh, but there's going to be this big styling demo at Snyder's Beauty Salon.
Heather, we have been to the mall every afternoon for a week. What's another day?
Oh, great. See ya.
You two have been spending a lot of time together lately.
Yeah.
You've been spending more than that.
Honey, I promise to ease up as soon as she starts dating again, or we go broke.
What three-dimensional figure has 12 sides?
A dodecahedron.
Where was the Ouija board invented?
Baltimore.
How high is a volleyball net?
7 feet 11 and 5/8 inches. Mr. Belvedere, this is boring.
Perhaps we should have a little fun. Let's recite the periodic table of elements.
Oh, can we?
I always find the best way to memorize a complex list is to set it to music. Hydrogen and helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine.
Excuse me, I'm going to move in with the Huffnagels.
Hydrogen and helium, lithium.
Oh, Wes. Am I glad to see you?
You are?
No, not really. No, honey, I just mean that it's a relief to see anyone other than Heather.
Yeah, she has that effect on me, too.
I don't know. All I wanted to do was help her out with her boy problems. Now I've created a monster.
At least you're not stuck with Britannica fats. Last night I was in the bathroom. He slipped me a copy of Who's Who in Albania under the door with a note saying he'd be giving me a quiz when I came out.
Well, honey, sooner or later they will return to their normal selves. And until then, we're just going to have to try to be patient and understanding.
Yeah, I guess so.
Mom?
Wesley!
In the meantime, head for the hills.
I just took the trash out again. It's supposed to be Wes's job.
Wesley is otherwise engaged.
Big Eye, aren't you driving him a little hard? I mean, a brain can only absorb so much information, and then it, well, could short circuit.
You ought to know.
All I'm saying is Wes is just a kid.
A kid with a mission.
Huh?
Only once in his life can he strive to become grand champion brainbuster. His moment has arrived, and so has mine. Together, we shall ride the road to fame and glory.
You ate that moose cake, didn't you?
Thank you. Welcome back to Brain Busters. We have a new pair of challengers with us today. Wesley Owens, tell us about yourself.
I'm 13 years old and I'm in the 8th grade at Beaver Falls Junior High.
That's great. That's just great. Let's hear it for Wes. Wes's partner is Lynn Belvedere. Tell us about yourself, Lynn.
Well, Tony, I was valet to Winston Churchill, a confidant to Gandhi, and a housekeeper to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
Couldn't hold a job, huh, pal? Well, enough chit-chat. Let's bust some brains. Thank you, Brain. Who wrote the book? Little Women. Yes, Lynn.
Louisa May Alcott.
Correct for 50 points. Who was our first vice president? Lynn.
John Adams.
Correct for another 50 points. What is the fastest land mammal? Wesley.
The cheetah.
Lynn.
The Polyvetian Dances by Borodin.
Right again, that's 6 in a row. In the comic strip Thimble Theater, who was the ruler of Nazalia? Yes, Lynn.
King Blozo.
Amazing. Even our computer didn't know that one. That makes the score Belvedere and what's his name? 2,000. The Lees have 300. We'll be right back after these important messages.
Why have you been kicking under the table?
Because you're hogging every answer.
I know my stuff, don't I?
Sure you do. Elephants never forget.
Don't be such a twit. We're here to win, aren't we?
You're here to win. You don't even need me.
Of course I need you. They wouldn't let me in the show without you. Hope I win a jet ski.
I hope you drown ski.
Boys, settle down. We have to set up for our new lightning round. Hey, welcome back to Brain Busters and our all-new super goopy lightning round. Our adults will now move to their penalty chairs.
Super goopy?
And why are they strapping Mr. Belvedere down?
Nobody told me about this.
Let me clear it up for you, Lynn. You see, in this round, only the junior partner gets to answer. But if he's wrong, Mom, Dad, or Grumpy here has to face the super goopy consequences.
What?
Ready, Trevor?
Uh-huh.
Ready, Wes?
Let me get this straight. If I give a wrong answer, something bad's gonna happen to Mr. Belvedere?
You got it.
I'm ready.
Let's begin. Thanks again, Brain. Name the young French maid who was divinely inspired to fight the British. Yes, Wes.
Tina Turner.
No, it was Joan of Arc. Looks like you laid an egg, Wes. Let's try again. What was the name of the group whose members were John, Paul, George, and Ringo? Yes, Wes?
The Supreme Court.
No, we were thinking of the Beatles. Say, Lynn, that egg makes a pretty scanty breakfast. What do you say we had some oatmeal?
Why? Why is this happening to me?
Why not? Moving on. What was the nationality of the 17th century painter Rembrandt? Yes, Wes.
Now, I think he was Dutch, or else he came from Cleveland. Yeah, Cleveland.
No, he was Dutch. You remember the Dutch, don't you? Famous for their cheese, their tulips, their chocolate.
What's up with that, man?
Are you kidding? He's doing great.
Wesley, you are doing this on purpose.
Next question. To three figures, what is the value of pi? Yes, Wesley.
The value of pi is $1.79.
No, pi equals 3.14. But speaking of pi...
Oh, no!
Oh, yes! We mustn't forget the whipped cream.
Hey, Mom, you seen Heather?
Where?
Well, when you see her, will you tell her that Bobby called and everything's on for tonight?
Bobby? Who's Bobby?
Oh, I don't know. Some guy she's been dating. Didn't she tell you?
Heather!
Hi, Mom, what's up?
Have you been dating somebody behind my back?
You mean like a boy?
No, a wombat. Yes, of course, a boy.
Well, yeah, sorta.
But what about Gary? What about your depression? What about my credit card bills?
Mom, if you want, I'll take all those clothes back.
What?
I don't care about the clothes.
And why did we spend so much time shopping?
It's just it gave me a chance to be with you. You know, just the two of us. I mean, I'm gonna be going to college soon, and we may not have time like this again. And I guess I just didn't want to see it end.
Come here, you. I will always be your mom. Whenever you need me.
I'm glad. And I got to admit, I do look pretty hot in this jumpsuit.
Yeah, I look pretty good in mine, too.
Hey, I have an idea. How about if I buy you something?
Okay. What do you have in mind?
How about a chocolate sundae? Mr. Belvedere will be right back.
Despite my humiliation, the events on Brainbusters turned out all right. I displayed my breadth of knowledge to the world. However, I was rather sorry to lose that jet ski.
Mr. Belvedere?
Yes, Wesley?
Are you still mad at me?
Certainly not.
Can I come in?
By all means. Cleveland, indeed. Give me that, you bloodworm.
Hey, Craig.
Hey, Wes, what's up?
Fine. Now they're double teaming me.
Mr. Belvedere, this is Craig Larrabee.
How'd you do?
Hi.
He just moved here from Texas.
I lived there a month, and before that it was Alaska, Venezuela, and Saudi Arabia.
Are you wanted by the law like Wesley?
No, my dad drills for oil, and we never stay in any place too long.
Well, next time you move, take him with you.
Come on, Craig.
Wesley, don't forget you have some leaves to rake.
Oh, I can't. I'm supposed to tutor Craig. My English teacher asked me to get him up to speed.
If there's anything you want to know about literature, I am an expert.
Yeah, and he does a great impression of Moby Dick.
Hey, let's look for that hot Cher video. I hear she has a new tattoo.
Craig, Mrs. Bunger assigned us a book report.
All right. What book are you doing?
A Tale of Two Cities. It's really cool and bloody, and everybody gets their heads cut off.
Wow, you're really into this, Wes. I bet you could dash your book report off in 10 minutes.
Well, I've never actually timed myself.
Hey, maybe. Nah, forget it.
What?
Well, maybe. You could dash one off for me. It would really help me catch up with all my studying.
I don't know.
Look, Wes. My dad can get us tickets to the U2 concert on Saturday night. But I have to have all my homework done. And if you help me out on this paper, we could be sitting front row center.
George, what are you doing to my kitchen?
Well, about once a year I get a craving for tapioca pudding.
Are you going to take a bath in it?
Come on, big guy. Give it a taste. It really goes down smooth.
Not bad.
Har, har, har.
What is your secret ingredient? Tabasco sauce?
No, 150 proof rum. Are you okay?
No, it's just that I have a nervous stomach.
Nervous? If I was your stomach, I'd be terrified.
Your feeble wit doesn't help.
You know, my father used to have pains like that. And he had an ulcer.
Funny how it follows you around. Ah.
Hey, big guy, how much of that antacid you been chugging down?
Oh, don't worry, George. Everything's under control.
We're back.
So what'd the doctor say?
Well, Dr. Hodes thinks that Mr. Belvedere has an ulcer.
I think Dr. Hodes is a charlatan.
Now, there's no point denying it, Mr. Belvedere. The pictures don't lie.
What pictures?
These.
Oh, my God! What is it?
Mr. Belvedere's stomach.
Looks like they used a wide-angle lens.
This is the ulcer, this inflammation of the stomach lining.
You know, this is kind of fascinating in a really gross and disgusting way. What's this?
It looks like a Louisiana license plate.
I'm glad you're all having so much fun at my expense.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Belvedere. And believe me, we're all going to help you get better.
Uh-oh.
Can't believe it. Mrs. Bunker just gave me a D- on my book report.
The old battle axe? She gave me an F.
Uh-oh. Battle axe at 12 o'clock.
Hello, children.
Hello, Mrs. Bunker.
Craig, you left your math book in my class.
Oh, thanks, Mrs. Bunger.
Oh, and I wanted to tell you how much I enjoyed your book report. And yours, Wesley, was also competent. But I'm very disappointed in the rest of you. You've been fiddling while Rome burns.
Who's been fiddling? I can't even play kazoo.
I can play the cello.
So I'm going to let you buy me lunch, Turbo.
Thanks.
Boy, you've only been here a week and you've already got Bunker figured out. What's your secret?
I told her she had great legs. See you guys later.
Boy, he's really smart. So cool.
He's not all that great.
What do you mean?
Well, I really shouldn't say, but I sort of wrote his report for him to help him out.
You did? I'm shocked.
Hey, don't rat on me, okay?
I'm shocked that you do such a sweet thing for a relative stranger, but not for a very special friend. Who'd be very, very appreciative.
Hi, Miss Belvedere.
Hello, Kevin.
These cold-cut heroes are great. Especially with the Bermuda onions, the provolone, the Russian dressing just dripping.
Kevin!
Oh, yeah, I heard about your ulcer thing. So, how are your strained turnips?
Here you go, big guy. We got you some great grub at the store.
Grub! My favorite!
Yogurt, watercress, rice cakes, tofu squares.
We also got you this pamphlet, 101 Ways to Prepare Cottage Cheese.
I shall treasure it always.
You know, big guy, you're taking this a lot better than I thought.
That shouldn't surprise you, George. My English character has taught me the value of self-discipline. Speaking of that, it's time to indulge in another English tradition.
Hi. What are you doing? What's the matter? Mr. Belvedere's going to drink tea. He can't do that.
Why not?
Well, it's bad for your ulcer. I read it in your medical brochure.
She's right. Tea is chock full of caffeine. I can be murder on your stomach lining.
Bourgeois, I'm not going to forego tea.
You don't have to. There are herbal teas you can drink.
Well, yeah, like Floral Sunset and Lullaby Spice.
I'd rather drink motor oil.
Suit yourself, but regular tea is a no-no.
Here, make yourself some cottage cheese soup.
How's it going, Marjorie?
I got an A- on our paper.
I must have been a little tired.
Hey, Wes.
Trouble, Lewis.
Owen. I thought we were friends.
Huh?
Friends don't write book reports for other people that throw off the class curve.
Word gets around, doesn't it?
Tell you what, I'll let you write my next paper, and I'll tell my pals in the wrestling team not to twist you up like a pretzel.
You're all heart, Lewis.
Don't tell anyone. Come on, Trevor. I'll let you buy me lunch.
Swell.
This report stuff is getting out of hand.
Hey, Wes. Hey, Marge.
Hey, Craig.
Hi.
Thought you might like this, Wes. In Excess in Concert.
Whoa, how much do I owe you?
You don't have to pay me. It's yours.
What, Craig?
Hey, Wes, we're buddies, right? Maybe you can help me out with another report sometime.
I so missed you, old friend.
heard noises. They're coming from downstairs.
Be careful.
I thought you were a burglar. What are you doing up? Hey, you ain't trying to cheat on your diet, are you? Well, I know this diet stuff is tough to take, but you gotta stick with it. There's no substitute for health. Strange place to floss your teeth.
Hello. Oh, hi, Louis. A paper in War and Peace by Thursday? I'll get back to you. Come in.
Hello, Wesley. Are you all right? You haven't been pestering me lately.
I've been working kind of hard.
Yes, and you should be rewarded. So I bought you some yummy tea.
I don't drink tea.
Oh. Too bad. Well, it's a shame to let all this go to waste.
Good boy, Spot. Mr. Belvedere, put that down. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Look, I told you I'm not taking any more clients. Thanks, I already have Super Bowl tickets on the 50-yard line.
Hey, Wes, when are you going to come up for some air?
Sometime in July. Unless everyone goes to summer school.
Hey, you got any rejects for me? I don't have to get an A every time.
Just get off my back, Craig.
Hey, come on. Friends help each other out.
You're going to have to write this one yourself.
But you're so much faster than I am, and you're way hip to what Bunger wants.
Sorry.
I thought we were friends here, and now you're helping everybody else out, but you're just dumping me?
Look, I'll get to it if I can. Can you hand me that copy of War and Peace? It's on the bed.
Yeah. Okay, sure.
This is Pride and Prejudice.
Oh, right. Sorry.
This is Franny and Zooey.
Oh, give me a break.
What's the matter with you? Can't you read? Can't you? Hey, you're not kidding. You really can't read.
Just forget it. I'm out of here.
So that's why you've been getting me to write your reports and skipping class and stuff.
Yeah.
You're a bigger con artist than I am.
Hey, you think this is easy? Doodling in my notebook, trying to make it look like I'm writing? Or bringing a tape recorder to class and hoping the batteries don't run out?
Why didn't you just learn how to read?
I did, in the 2nd grade. And then my dad started bouncing all over the place. I never had a chance to catch up.
There are special classes you can take.
Yeah, with a bunch of 6-year-olds. Anyway, if I let anybody find out about this, they'd think I was stupid.
I don't think you're stupid. You're smart enough to fool me.
So?
So all you have to do is learn how to read. And I think I know how you can do it. Tom Sawyer is a great book.
Look, I'm not Einstein. You're going too fast for me.
You were doing great.
Yeah, right. Dick, Jane, and Spot. See Spot run. Like that's real life.
It is around here.
Well, forget it. I've just been wasting my time. I quit.
You can't. We have to read our reports in front of Bunger's class tomorrow. What are you gonna do?
Oh, goody. The Rat Patrol.
We were so worried about you.
Oh,
We know it's almost 4 o'clock. You must want some tea.
really?
Well then, here you go.
Oh, my. I don't understand.
Now just relax, Heather. Pour him some tea.
Here you go.
Now just lean in and smell the aroma. Breathe in the steam. Yummy, isn't it?
Yes.
You'd like some, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Bad, Mr. Belvedere, bad!
What are you doing?
Aversion therapy. We're gonna make you hate the sight of tea.
That is ridiculous.
Exactly.
Why are you doing this to me?
Because we love you.
Well, I guess that's enough punishment for one day. Go ahead, take your reward.
Bad Belvedere.
You are maniacs, both of you. You make Wesley look like Santa Claus.
As you know, today is book report day. And now, who would like to read theirs first? Craig's work has been excellent recently. Where is he? There you are, Craig. You may favor us with a recitation.
Huh?
I'd be happy to read mine, Mrs. Bunger.
No, Wesley. It's probably smut.
Yes, ma'am.
You may sit. And you, Craig, may begin.
Well, I'm not very good in front of an audience.
We're all your friends here.
Yeah, well, I, kind of have this sore throat.
Craig, read it or weep.
This is a book report about a book called The Little Engine That Could. He read a baby book. Now, who needs this?
Craig, come on, cut him some slack.
We can't read.
Well, at least he's doing his own work, which is more than I can say for a lot of people.
Wesley, what are you saying?
I'm saying that there are some people who can read but don't have the brains to do it. And there are other people who can't read but have the guts to do something about it.
I think you and I have something to discuss after class. You may sit. And now, Craig, you may continue.
Look, do I have to? It's so dumb.
I'll be the judge of that. And if any one of you makes a sound, it'll be your last.
I liked the train because I know how it felt. No one thought it could get over the hill, but it tried real hard and made it anyway.
I cannot go on much longer, George. I just got to have my tea. My British blood cries out.
Easy, big guy. Let's watch a little TV.
Oh, all right. What's on?
Now, let's see. Here's a documentary. Good. On the Teapot Dome scandal. Well, what about Wall Street Week? They're discussing T-bills.
No, they're not. What's this?
This is that old movie, Tea and Sympathy.
This is a bloody conspiracy.
Refreshing iced tea, anyone? Sugar? Lemons? Caffeine?
Hey, relax. What about a pillow?
My, oh my, George, that's quite a tea bag. Hi, I'm back from Disneyland.
I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle, here is my spout.
George, make them stop.
Hey, fool, who you calling George? I'm Mr. T.
Everybody! Picture you upon my knee. Tea for two and two for tea. Me for you and you for me alone. We will raise a family.
And all of us will drink your tea.
Happy we will be.
Hey, wake up, big guy, wake up.
Yeah, what?
You were yelling horrible, horrible. Were you having a nightmare?
No, George. I was dreaming about your golf pants.
Where are you going?
Where I shall never have any more nightmares.
Oh, Belvedere, please don't go away.
Stay back! I shall have tea, even if I have to flap my arms and fly to London.
Talk about a jumbo jet.
Mr. Belvedere will be right back.
Wesley's friend Craig is now enrolled in remedial reading classes, freeing Wesley to do what he does best, serve detention. But his sentence was commuted because he acted so nobly in the cause of literacy. Meanwhile, I just flew in from England, and boy, are my arms tired. Happily, my doctor says I'm well enough to resume drinking tea in moderation. He attributes my recovery to diet. But I wonder if it has more to do with the 3 weeks Wesley spent writing, tutoring, and leaving me alone.
Mr. Belvedere, be careful if you take a bath tonight. My alligator's in the tub.
Well, that answers that.
Oh, boy, we showed them 48-6.
But they did their best. So let us not gloat or act superior. Well,
Where'd you learn to slam dunk like that?
well, the stilts taught me the slam part.
And you learned to dunk at Donut World.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, honey.
So you ready to go?
Yep, let's go. Where are you guys off to? Garage sales. I'm helping Kevin find some stuff for his apartment.
Hey, Kev, there's a lot of junk up in the attic. Help yourself.
Oh, thanks. You know, I might take that horse with a clock in his stomach.
Oh, that was a wedding gift.
Well, let me know if there's anything else you guys want to get rid of.
How about Wesley?
Hey, is that old Spot?
What did we tell you about letting him run around without a leash?
Well, he always comes back in time for Lassie.
Oh, no. He's chasing Grandma Huffnagel.
Oh, that old broad can really hustle with that walker. Oh, she's going to try and hurdle the hedge. Oh, what a jump! Pity she swallowed her cigar.
What's the matter?
Has your dog been on this counter?
No.
Then why are there paw prints on my carrot cake?
Come on, Spot. I think it's time for a walk.
Aren't you forgetting something?
Okay. Boy, I'd sure hate to be on a leash.
Yes, but the rest of us would feel far safer.
Hey, Ken.
Oh, Hey, Miss Belvedere.
Hi, Ken. Oh, it looks like you found a garage sale.
Yep, sure did. And I found some really great stuff for my apartment. What do you think?
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. What is it?
Beats me, but it only costs $25.
Oh, then you've got some change coming.
Boy, this thing is heavy.
What you got there?
It's a chair. Heather bought it.
Well, at least she bought something that has a name.
Come on, I have to take it upstairs.
Oh, just a minute. If I'm not mistaken, this looks like a Chippendale chair. Why, yes, I'd say 18th century.
Wow,
Yeah.
just think how many tushies have sat in it.
I don't think you quite grasped my point. This is a genuine antique.
Really?
Oh, yes. Properly restored, it might be worth a great deal of money.
Really?
Yes. I'd say several $1,000s.
Really?
Stop that.
And I only paid $5 for it, and you thought it was a piece of junk. I'm rich. I'm gonna buy a car, and a condo, and an Apple lady.
Hey, wait a minute. I loaned you that $5. Means the chair's mine.
Well, it was my idea to go to the garage sale in the first place.
Oh, and now, children, why don't you restore it together and share the profits?
What?
I don't know.
Or each take half.
Opera, ballet, Shakespeare. Geez, 64 channels and there's nothing decent to watch.
Well, then why don't we just talk?
Okay.
Mom, Dad.
Go do your homework.
I don't have any homework.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I don't think we've met. I'm Marcia Owens, and this is my husband.
This isn't a social call. I found your dog in my yard, hanging around my prize poodle, Fifi.
Well, maybe you wanted to buy her a drink.
You don't seem to understand. I've paid over $800 in stud service.
Then why are you in such a bad mood?
I'm warning you. I don't ever want to see that unmannered, ill-bred little runt of yours in my yard again.
And that goes for you, too, Spot.
You are about to be put in the hands of a true professional.
Kevin, what are you doing?
Oh, just a little sanding. No problem, really.
Well, you can't use it on the chair. You'll turn it into sawdust. Look, I went to the bookstore and I got these.
The art of woodworking, restoring antique furniture, loins of fire.
I thought it was a cookbook.
Yeah, well, why don't you find the recipe, and I'll take care of the chair.
Look, Kevin, this chair is worth a lot of money. If we're going to refinish it, we're going to do it right. Now, we start with this.
What do you want me to do, brush my teeth?
Oh, we're going to use it to get every particle out of every crevice.
Well, why don't we just soak it in efferdent?
Boy, you should have seen it. Spot saw Fifi and took off. Dad chased him across the park, through the duck pond, and finally caught him in the garbage dump.
My George, you look dog-tired.
I'm sorry, Dad. Spot's not in control. He's in love with Fifi.
Oh, Wesley, don't be silly. Dogs don't fall in love. They beget.
Beget? Mm-hmm. What is it with you British? You're so uptight and proper. Why don't you just come out and say what you mean?
Very well. You're an idiot.
You know, we really should get him fixed.
Good idea.
What do you mean, get him fixed?
Oh, well, it's an operation, honey. And afterwards, Spot won't be able to make puppies.
And he won't be so interested in Belvedere's leg.
Okay, I guess this is for your own good. Come on, boy. Well, I can still call you that.
This had better be good. I was in the middle of a meatball hoagie.
Oh, trust me, you'll love this.
Well, here it is.
Why, it's magnificent.
Well, it should be. We worked on it for 3 months.
Now let's sell the sucker.
Oh, do we really have to?
What do you mean?
Well, it's just I've grown so attached to her. The arch of her back, the curve of her legs, the roundness of her seat.
You've been reading Loins of Fire.
Look, I don't want to sell Penelope.
You named the chair Penelope?
Hey, Belvedere! Hurry up with my pants!
Here they are, freshly ironed. Would you like to get that? Just a moment.
Okay.
Why, Mrs. Dodd, do come in.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I didn't have my pants on.
Must run in the family. These squirming, ugly little trolls belong to you.
What?
I warned you this would happen if you didn't keep that mutt of yours out of my yard.
Our Spot and your Fifi? No, I'm afraid that's impossible.
What do you want, a videotape? There's that four-legged Casanova.
Mrs. Dodd, Spot was neutered right before Fifi went into heat.
Yeah. Wes here took him to the vet, right, champ?
Yeah, I took Spot to the vet.
You see, if my son said he took the dog, then he took him.
Mom.
I mean, Wesley may be many things.
Mom.
But I will not have you marching in here only to suggest that my son is deceitful, duplicitous, or dishonest. It's simply not in his nature.
Mom, Spot never got fixed.
What?
I took him to the vet's office, but I didn't leave him there. He never had the operation.
Now, that's the Wesley I know.
Wes, why didn't you get the dog fixed?
Dad always said if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Look, I took him to the vet's office, and the lady behind the counter was about to take him, and then Spot gave me this look.
What look?
This look.
Wesley, the dog was just nervous. And I don't blame him.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey, who's puppies?
Spots. He made whoopee with Fifi.
Way to go, macho pup. I mean, bad Spot. Bad.
Look, from now on, I'll keep him on his leash, and I won't let him go near any girl dogs, I promise.
Oh, guess again, mister. This dog's going to the vet's right now.
But, Mom...
Believe me, it's for the best.
Well, what if it's against his religion?
Hey, come on, pal. No dog's got a religion.
What about Saint Bernard's? You know, you're going to have to find homes for these.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's going to be your responsibility to watch them, to feed them, and to scoop the poop. Do you understand?
Don't worry, Mr. Belvedere. I'll take care of everything, I promise.
Come on, Wes. I'll take you to school.
Okay. See ya.
I distinctly told you to stay in your box. Hmm? Are you trying to vex Mr. Belvedere? Hmm?
Hey, Belvedere, look who I found eating your ding-dongs. He had that cream filling all over his face, just like you get.
Today has been a slice of heaven.
Look out! That was pretty close. You almost made a puppy pancake.
Thank you, George. I'm still relieved.
Think how he feels.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Mr. Belvedere.
Hey, you found homes for any of these dogs yet?
Well, I asked around at school, but everybody I know already has a pet. Except Miss Ryan, who said if she wanted a hairy beast in bed, she'd get married again.
Well, you better get with it, pal.
I will. I guess these guys were a lot of trouble today, huh?
Yes, but I decided to look on the bright side, keep a positive attitude, and one day, get even. How nice. No puppies, no people. Ah.
Oh, hi, Miss Belvedere.
Hello.
What are you doing out here?
I was just admiring your handiwork.
Yeah, well, we've been talking to antique dealers, and they say our chair could be worth $4,000 or $5,000.
Oh, what do they know?
Well, Nuts convinced me to sell the chair. We're going to use the money to buy more antiques.
Yeah, maybe go into our own business.
Yeah, isn't that a great idea?
No, I mean, I wouldn't rush into anything.
You know, it's funny, I've never even sat in it.
Oh, and you shouldn't. I mean, it's extremely delicate.
Are you kidding? This baby's so well built it could take a bull elephant.
I wouldn't be too sure of that.
Go ahead, try it out.
So there's 2 outs. It's the bottom of the 5th, and Manny Sanguian steps to the plate. He starts scratching himself. That's something ball players and you guys have in common. Anyway, so as he gets up to the plate, he steps
Look
to
at that. The vet said he's going to be fine. Now, remember, boy, you're supposed to take it easy for a couple days. Oh, I'm sure glad that's over.
I don't think it's over. What about these guys?
You mean Larry, Moe, and Curly?
Yeah. You know, you found homes for only 2 of the puppies.
So?
So we can't keep them forever.
What am I going to do?
Well, maybe you could try running an ad in the paper.
Huh?
Well, you know, something catchy like, hurry up and adopt a cute little mutt before it gets squashed under Belvedere's butt.
I think I can top that.
Hello. We've come about the ad for the puppies.
Are you Wesley?
Bite your tongue.
Hi, Mr. Belvedere.
Your ad has had quite a response. What did you say?
Oh, nothing special.
So when's the drawing for the cruise?
What cruise?
Well, it says, adopt a puppy and you could be the lucky winner of a free cruise to the Bahamas aboard the SS Belvedere.
Is that a big ship?
I'm sorry, there is no cruise. It was just a ploy to get you here.
But I've already bought my bikini.
What about the free prizes?
Yeah, the color TV, the satellite dish, my very own butler for a week.
Wesley.
Well, okay. So there's no cruise and no prizes. But look at these puppies. Wouldn't you like to have one? Oh, come on. They're real cute. And they'll make really great pets.
I'm so sorry about your bikini. Wesley, what made you do such a foolish thing?
Look, I'm getting desperate. We have to find homes for these guys.
Yes, well, that's no way to go about it.
Mr. Belvedere, you're always good at stuff like this. What am I going to do?
honestly don't know.
Well, I guess this is the animal shelter.
That's right. You find some strays?
Not exactly. See, my dog Spot met this other dog named Fifi, and they sort of got together.
And they weren't into family planning.
Right. Anyway, this is Larry, Moe, and Curly.
I think you mean Larry, Moe, and Shirley.
Oh. Well, I only found homes for 2 of them, and I figured maybe you could help with the rest.
Well, we'll keep them as long as we can.
And then what?
Here. You fill this out. Everything's explained on the reverse side. And I'll make sure they get in a front cage so everyone will see them.
Thanks. Can you give us a minute?
Sure.
Look, I know being at the animal shelter isn't that great, but it's gonna work out, I promise. Now, whenever someone comes to look for a pet, do your puppy thing, you know, jump around, chase your tails, trip over each other. Oh, and one of you should pretend to be asleep in the food bowl. That always gets them.
All set?
Yeah, I guess so. See you around.
Hi.
How'd you like to adopt the... Oh, it's you.
Yeah, great soul.
You know, I was thinking, and if we moved them, you know, down here, then maybe people would see them when they came.
We don't have any more time.
What do you mean?
I mean, I have other dogs that need this cage.
Well, they're not real big. You know, they could share it.
Now, look, you know I kept them as long as I could.
Hey, what are you doing?
Wesley, I think you should go home.
What are you going to take them out of there
Wesley,
for?
please.
What are you going to do? Just drag them off somewhere and kill them?
Oh, hello. Did I come at a bad time?
Mr. Belvedere, what are you doing here?
I found some clown who might adopt your puppies.
Huh?
Quickly, Lynn, quickly. I have a show in 30 minutes.
This is Mr. Sigmund.
You really are a clown.
Right, kid.
Mr. Sigmund uses dogs in his act, and he's looking for some puppies that he can train to take over for the older dogs.
Are these the puppies that you were telling me about?
That's right.
You're real neat, Mr. Sigmund.
Well, I don't know. They look kind of runty to me.
Actually, they come from a very good bloodline, which is more than I can say for the people in the family. Oh, Spot. Here, boy.
Spot!
Wesley, why don't you have Spot show Mr. Sigmund some of his tricks?
Spot, I know you just got out of the hospital, but Larry, Moe, and Shirley are counting on you. Mr. Sigmund sees how smart and clever you are. He may adopt your kids. And let's face it, they're the only kids you're ever going to have.
He doesn't know how lucky he is.
Down. Okay, roll over. Good. Okay, sit up. Good.
I'd say the dog has the boy rather well trained.
Can I borrow this?
Oh, I'm in this deep? What the heck?
Okay, go jump. Go jump. Go jump. Go jump.
Just like my wife. Does he play dead, too?
Well, what do you think, Mr. Sigmund?
Will you stop hacking me, huh? Okay, I'll take him.
Thank you, Mr. Sigmund.
Don't mention it.
Just a few forms to fill out.
Oh, I knew we'd find homes for him. Thanks, Mr. Belvedere.
Yes. Well, I suppose they're luckier than most. How's the reconstruction coming along?
Oh, not so good.
It is one of a kind, isn't it?
You know something? Life stinks.
Oh, please don't start that again.
Oh, why shouldn't I? Penelope is broken. Why'd you have to go sit on her?
Because she's a chair. Penelope is a chair.
Oh, she was a chair. Now she's a freak of nature.
Takes one to know one.
Hey, don't call me names. This is all your fault.
Actually, it was mine.
Huh?
I sat on Penelope before Kevin did, and she cracked. Here. I think this should cover the costs. I've made it out to both of you.
Mr. Belvedere, we can accept this.
I insist.
It was an accident.
No, it's the least I could do.
What?
$5?
Well, that's what you paid for it. Don't spend it all in one place.
Mr. Belvedere will be right back.
After coming face to face with the sad plight of unwanted pets, Wesley has begun to urge all of his friends to have their dogs and cats spayed or neutered. Spot is living proof that it makes for a happy and healthy pet.
Wesley, get down here. Spot buried Grandma Hufnagel's teeth.
It's nice to see he hasn't lost any of his old charm.
The Boston Globe calls Life Goes On the best new drama series of the year. Don't miss it tomorrow.
Tuesday, Tony turns teacher on Who's the Boss. Then Kevin panics when a gorgeous knockout and his first case of acne arrive at the same time. On the Wonder Years. Now stay tuned for Living Dolls.
Come on, Heather, hurry up.
What are you doing in there?
Putting on a new face.
It's about time she got rid of the old one.
I've heard that.
Listen, I've been thinking. With the start of the new decade, we should all do more about social problems, like poverty.
Oh, that's a very nice thought, honey. What do you think we should do?
How about raising my allowance?
Getting a job, pal. You know, when I was your age...
I know. You walked through 8 feet of snow to deliver papers for 2 cents a week, and you gave that to your poor old mother.
Yeah, you laugh, but that's what made me what I am today.
A guy waiting in line to use his own bathroom?
Morning, big guy.
Greetings, pilgrims.
What's going on?
This is Thanksgiving dinner.
And I'm Miles Standish. Welcome, Pocahontas, to our feast.
It isn't Thanksgiving, it's breakfast.
What's the matter with you, anyway? What's with the turkey?
Oh, I'm sorry, George. I must have been thinking of you.
Hey, Luann.
Well, what are you doing here? Mr. Belvedere sent you on a donut run?
No, actually, I'm looking for a part-time job. Do you need any help?
Oh, that depends. What skills do you have besides making license plates?
Hey, I'm a fast learner, and I'll work real hard, I promise.
Hey, Luann, do the community a favor and keep that boy off the street.
Well, I suppose if it's a public service, you got it.
Great. I'll work the cash register.
Not in my lifetime. No, that's Sheila's job.
Who? Hi.
Hi.
Good afternoon, Kevin. How are you?
Okay, I guess. It's just I can't think of a project for my abnormal psychology class.
Why don't you dissect Wesley's brain?
Come on, don't you have any good suggestions?
Kevin, you've got to be more of a self-starter. You've got to show some initiative. You've got to... Down in the Mary in an itty-bitty poo, fancy itty-bitty and a mama-fitty too.
Mr. Belvedere, why are you singing Three Itty Fitties?
What are you talking about?
Hey, Belvedere.
Boop, boop, did-em, dot-em, what-em, choo. I must find my journal entry of exactly 7 years ago. Oh, no! Today I was afflicted by the dreaded Stonehenge curse, a disease so rare there's not even a telethon for it. Ahmed, fetch me my camel. I have a desert to conquer.
I'm John Silver.
I'm Little Miss Muffet.
Will you marry me?
No, I don't want a crumb in my bed.
What are you two doing now?
Oh, it was my idea. See, if we entertain the customers, they'll stay longer and eat more.
Mm-hmm. You've been goofing off for 3 days. Now get to work.
My mom never wants me to have any fun.
All moms are like that. I think they sign a pledge. You just have to work around it.
How?
Well, come over to my house tonight. We'll say we're doing homework.
Okay, I'll tell you you're helping me with my French.
Bien sûr, mademoiselle.
Merci beaucoup.
Gee, and it won't even be a lie.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Belvedere. You're not going to start singing or anything, are you?
I know I have been acting oddly, and I think you're entitled to an explanation.
Full moon?
Oh! Actually, you're rather close, George. It's the Stonehenge curse. Every 7 years, the natives of the town of my birth go bonkers.
What do you mean?
A mysterious energy flows through me. 1 minute I'm me, the next minute I'm someone else.
Gee, just like Shirley MacLaine.
It's the dispensation of the Druids, the kookiness of the Celts, the magical, maniacal, mischievous Merlin himself.
This is all about a raise, isn't it?
There's only one cure. I have to go to England and spin 2 times under a Stonehenge monument while the Druids chant.
Well, big guy, just how dumb do you think we are?
Somewhere between jackals and chimpanzees.
Well, I'm sorry. We just can't spare you now.
Yeah, you're just going to have to ride this thing out here.
Very well. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Hey, this is great. I just found my subject for my abnormal psych class. I might even get a B.
Hi, Sheila. You look nice.
So do you.
Everyone, this is Sheila, Luann's daughter. Sheila, this is my mom, my dad, and my alleged sister, Heather.
Nice to meet you all.
Anyway, we're going to be singing very much.
I think it would be more appropriate for you to study in the kitchen.
Yeah, that way if you get the urge, you can nibble on something.
Right. Come on, Sheila. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Say un patat?
No, patat is how they say potato in Canada. In France, they call it a pomme de terre.
Are you sure?
Hey, Mr. Belvedere, have you ever been to France?
Has the Emperor Napoleon ever been to France? I am France. Allons, enfants de la patrie, le jeu du bois est arrivé.
Go, baby, go!
Where is my Empress? I must see Josephine.
She's upstairs cleaning a job.
Come, Jacques. We must gather the troops and liberate her from her porcelain prison. Oui, oui. Allons!
Gee, Mr. Belvedere's really insane, isn't he?
Yeah. Your turn.
Hi, Luann. Come on in. Is my Sheila still here?
Yeah, she and Wes are out in the kitchen doing homework.
She was supposed to be home a half an hour ago.
Oh, well, they probably got wrapped up in their studies.
Well, I think it's time that we unwrap them. What? They've been spending an awful lot of time together.
Oh, come on, Luann. They're just friends.
Anyway, Wes, your mom and I can see that you really like Sheila. And your mom thought you and I should have a little talk.
Is this because Sheila's black?
No, it's because she's a girl. And when boys and girls get together, stuff can happen.
Like what kind of stuff?
Guy stuff. I know you have urges because you have all that tetrazzini.
Tetrazzini?
Yeah, male hormones.
Dad, that's testosterone.
Right. And it's because of stuff like that that guys want to do other stuff. And if they don't do the right stuff, girl stuff can happen. Do I make myself clear?
Isabel. Thanks, Dad.
Sure, kid. And I want you to know you can come to me with anything, anytime.
Great. Maybe next time we can talk about sex.
He's doing it. He's changing.
Hey, wait, let me zoom in.
Shoot. Oh, come on, Mr. Belvedere. When are you going to do something crazy?
I'm talking to you, aren't I?
Hey, you seen Josephine lately?
How about those pilgrims?
Really, I think this is quite enough.
Come on, I need you to go bonkers.
Maybe I'm not going to. Maybe I'm cured.
But you haven't danced around Stonehenge.
Well, I've been taking a lot of vitamin C.
Boy, is he grouchy.
Yeah, looks like he's back to normal.
If I hurry, I can head them off at the pace.
Hey, Sheila.
Wesley, you know we're not supposed to be talking.
You mean because of last night?
You got that right. I got a 2-hour lecture about the facts of life.
My dad had a talk with me, too. It was either about sex or Italian food.
Just what are you two doing?
Nothing.
Well, you better stop it. Now, where are those donuts I asked you to frost?
Right here.
What is this?
I was trying a new idea for Valentine's Day.
Uh-huh. And what does WS stand for?
William Shakespeare. Well, see, he wrote a lot of Valentines.
It wouldn't happen to stand for Wesley and Sheila, would it?
So what if it does? What's the big deal?
Wesley!
I'm tired of being treated like criminals just because we like each other.
You're not a criminal, Wesley. You're just unemployed.
Huh?
It's gotten so I can't turn my back without you two carrying on.
But all the customers like Wesley.
I'll give you an extra week's pay. Now get going.
Okay. But you haven't seen the last of Wesley T. Owens.
Hi.
Hey.
How's Mr. Belvedere doing?
Great.
Oh, then he's feeling better?
No, he's crazier than a bedbug.
Yeah, today he thought he was Toto.
The little dog from The Wizard of Oz?
We caught him trying to jump into a picnic basket.
You're home early.
Gwen fired me.
How come?
She's trying to keep me away from Sheila, as if she could stand between me and my one true love.
Look, honey, you are a little young to be so serious about a girl.
Yeah, pal. I didn't start going steady till I was 29.
And if this upsets Luann so much, well, maybe you just shouldn't see Sheila for a little while.
I can't believe this. You guys don't know anything about love.
Wes, how can you say that?
Because you're married.
He's got a point.
I'll talk to Mr. Belvedere. He'll understand. Where is he?
On the patio. Just follow the yellow brick road.
This is so unfair. All Sheila and I want is to be together.
You know, in my business, I have to deal with many young couples like Sheila and yourself.
Huh?
And whether you buy from me or another salesman, I hope you'll take one piece of advice to heart.
What's that?
Whole life insurance.
What are you talking about?
I know term is cheaper, but whole is an investment in your future. Let me show you some actuarial figures.
Maybe some other time.
Perhaps you're right. I have some customers I must visit. Let me leave these with you, and I'll be in touch.
Thanks, Mr. Belvedere.
Bob. Bob Smith.
Finally, we're alone.
I just know my mom's gonna walk in here any second.
Trust me, this is the last place she'd look for you.
What do we do now?
How about this?
Wait a minute.
What's the matter?
Don't you want to talk?
About what?
I don't know. Our lives, our dreams.
Well, last night I had a dream that I was in English class and Mrs. Bunger was diagramming sentences naked.
Somebody's coming. Hide. Follow me.
See? Piece of cake.
Wes, this isn't turning out the way I thought it would.
Oh, come on. Doesn't the danger make you feel alive?
Actually, it makes me feel nauseous.
What's the matter?
I don't know. This isn't romantic anymore. It's just scary.
Yeah, maybe this wasn't such a good idea.
You think we just did this to get back at our parents?
Among other things. Well, at least we'll always have Paris.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Humphrey Bogart said to Ingrid Bergman in a movie.
Then what happened?
This. Come on, I'll take you home.
So Sheila and I are going someplace you'll never find us. I hope you're satisfied. P.S. Please tell Mr. Belvedere I went with Mutual of Altoona.
What the hell does that mean?
Who cares? Your son dragged off my daughter.
Hey, don't blame Wes. You drove them to it by saying they couldn't see each other anymore.
I was just trying to keep my daughter away from that monster.
Don't call my son a monster. Besides, it takes two to tango.
What kind of nut house is this?
Hey, guys.
Wes!
Sheila, get away from that boy.
Young man, where have you been?
Yeah, let's have it, Wes.
Okay, fine. We went to the Beaver Falls Motel.
What? I told you that child was a monster.
He is not. He's kidding. Mom, we ran away to Donut World. Then we realized that was dumb and we came home.
Sheila and I like each other, but we're not doing all the things you think we're doing.
You're not?
No.
She wouldn't let me.
Wesley's a gentleman. And I'm my mother's daughter.
Well, maybe I did overreact a little. Maybe I'm just afraid my little girl is growing up. I'm sorry, honey.
Mom?
What, baby?
Can Wesley have his job back?
Well, I guess so.
Thanks. Can I have a raise?
Don't push it. I'm sorry I called Wesley a monster.
That's okay. He's used to it.
Night, Sheila.
Good night, Wesley. Sweet dreams.
Good night.
Look, Wes, I know you were upset, but you had no right to scare us like that.
I'm sorry, but I couldn't help it.
Why?
It was my tetrazzini.
I'll explain it to you later, Marsh.
Why? It looks just like Stonehenge.
We had to do something to get you back to normal. And there are druids in the forest, too.
There are?
Oh, druids!
Can we hurry this up? I'm being followed by Blitzen.
So go ahead. You're supposed to spin twice under the monument.
Yes, that's true, but what about the druid song?
No problem. I picked up the sheet music at the mall.
Yes, it's a new store called Druids and Things.
Okay, big guy. Start spinning. Okay, big guy?
What do you mean, okay, big guy? Why are you all dressed like that? And what are these boulders doing here? Why are you all staring at me like a bunch of sheep?
It's good to have them back, isn't it?
Wesley and Sheila continued to see each other. They even went to a drive-in movie. Of course, Luann was sitting in the back seat with me. At least she bought a dozen donuts. I was quite touched that the Owens went to such lengths to lift my Stonehenge curse. Using those phony monuments, they deceived the powers that be and triumphed over an age-old affliction. Or not.
Mine's full.
Heather, we're going camping to get away from it all, and you're taking it all with us.
Well, I need all this stuff.
All you need is a pair of shorts, a pair of jeans, and a mask so you don't scare the bears.
Oh, haven't you gone yet?
Sure you don't want to come camping with us, Mr. Belvedere? You'd enjoy the peace and quiet.
That's why I'm staying here.
Hey, guys, you all set to leave? Let me guess. Your mom isn't ready.
Close. She's not even here.
What? She's working on some adoption case.
Well, Wesley, I hope she finds you a very nice home.
Very funny.
Well, the car's all packed. I brought along my harmonica so we can sing songs around the campfire.
I'd better make room for my headphones.
Hey, Kev, I'm glad you could break away from your studies and come with us.
Hey, Dad, I love spending time with my family. Besides, they're fumigating my apartment, and if I stayed there, I'd die.
Hi, guys. Sorry I'm late.
Hey, Mark, throw that in the knapsack and let's... Is that a baby?
No, George, the dog went bald.
Marsh, what's that baby doing here?
Looks like 2 to 3 days.
Hey, Marsh, what's going on?
Well, the Tiemans who were supposed to adopt this baby found out this afternoon that she's pregnant. And by the time they let me know that they didn't want to go through with the adoption, I already had temporary legal custody.
How temporary?
Look, it's 7 o'clock on Friday night. The adoption agency is closed, so it looks like we've got a house guest for the weekend. Isn't he adorable?
Hey, let's name him.
He already has a name. Everybody, this is Nelson.
Nice to meet you, Nelson. You look the outdoors type to me. So, step lively, everyone. You have a camping trip to go on.
Come on, Belvedere. We can't drive a baby like this all the way to the Allegheny National Forest.
Why not? You drove me to the brink of insanity.
Hey, Marsh. It's 3 o'clock.
I know, honey, but unfortunately, Nelson hasn't learned how to tell time yet.
Well, I'll walk him for a while.
Oh, that's okay. You need your sleep. You got a golf game in a couple of hours.
Who's worried about a golf game? I got my own little personal water hazard right here.
You must have had gas.
That was me, Marsh. So, Nelson, did I ever tell you about the time Manny Sanguin was catching Kent Tekulve? Why doesn't anyone ever want to hear that story?
Sleep tight, George.
The same to you.
Oh, I will. I'm going to a motel.
Sorry, this couch is taken.
Oh, yeah? Well, now it's a duplex. Shove over. I gotta find some place to sleep where I can't hear the baby crying.
Try California.
All right. Night, sis.
Good night. Hey, Wes!
Thanks.
Get up. I had the couch first.
Sorry, possession is 9/10 of the law.
Yeah, well, if you don't get up, I'm gonna bust 9/10 of your head.
I'll still be smarter than you.
Hey, pipe down! We finally got the baby back to sleep. Jeez!
Guess it's safe to go upstairs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna torch this crummy skateboard!
Hey, morning, everybody. What's up, Miss Belvedere? What's up?
My, you look chipper.
Well, I got all caught up in sleep last night. I found a house to share.
Why didn't you tell us?
Hey, I was lucky the dog let me in.
Wesley, you haven't eaten a thing. Where are you going?
To school. To get some sleep.
Well, listen, they're done fumigating my apartment. Heather, you want to ride to school?
As long as they fumigated your car, too.
Mrs. Owens, some breakfast?
Oh, no time. I have to get to the office. I have a lot of calls to make if I'm going to find a home for this precious little guy.
Good luck.
Same to you.
You're leaving him with me?
Yeah, just for a few hours. Now, if he whimpers, he's wet. If he screams, he's hungry. And if he gurgles, he wants a little kissy wissy. You can remember all that?
Mrs. Owens, I'll have you know I raised 4 members of the royal family. I'm sure I can manage a little commoner like this for a few hours. My dear child, I have fed you, walked you, endured your impression of Mount St. Helens for 6 hours now. I have even given you a kissy wissy. What can I possibly do to make you go to sleep?
Hi, Mr. Belvedere. Oh, is he a little wet?
How can you tell?
There, That's better. Did you miss me?
I don't know about him, but I did. Did you have any luck finding him a home?
Actually, I did find a couple that wants him.
I'll break out the champagne.
Silly man. Babies don't drink champagne, do they? They make their own bubbles.
Marsh, what are you doing? It's after midnight.
Oh, well, I had a few things on my mind, and the baby was a little fussy.
Yeah, he looks fine to me.
Well, he was having trouble sleeping.
Well, if you're jiggling me like that, I would too.
I guess I'm just worried about his future.
Hey, you'll find him a good home.
Boy, something really important must be up.
Yeah, Mom hasn't called an official family meeting since the time Wesley took out a second mortgage on the house.
Oh, good. You're all here.
Yeah, World Federation Wrestling is on, so make it fast.
Well, what would you all say if I told you that we were going to have another person living here?
Is it a prisoner exchange program?
No, I'm talking about a baby.
You're gonna have a baby?
Way to go, Dad! No, I'm not having a baby. I'm talking about adopting Nelson.
Surely you're kidding.
Come on, Marsh, you know how you get around babies.
How?
Nuts.
I can't help it. Every time I look at his little face, I see Kevin and Heather and Wesley.
And you want another one?
Look, Mom, a baby's gonna take a lot of your time. What about your job?
Well, that's why Mr. Belvedere is here.
No. That is why Mr. Belvedere is leaving.
That does it for me. The kid stays.
Look, Mr. Belvedere doesn't have to do anything for the baby he doesn't want to do. I can do most of my work at home and take care of Nelson at the same time.
Well, don't I get a say in this?
Of course you do. If you want to deny me the one and only thing I have ever asked for, just say the word.
Are you all ready for breakfast? There's a good boy, yes.
Oh, that's so sweet.
You want to hold him a sec?
Well, sure.
Dad.
You didn't fool me for a second. Hi, Dad.
Morning.
Where's Mom?
Well, she was up all night with the baby, and it's Belvedere's day off, and he was out of here right after midnight. So I made breakfast.
Oh, goody.
There you go. Homemade oatmeal, nice and hot.
Dad, how much oatmeal did you make?
A box. Go ahead, dig in.
Give me your bowl, Heather.
No, you first. You need something that'll stick to your ribs.
Come on now, guys, don't fight over your food.
Dad's right, Heather. Come on, I'll buy you a breakfast burrito.
You're on.
Hey, aren't you going to finish your oatmeal?
Hang on to it, Dad. We can use it to patch the driveway.
Thanks for letting me sleep in, George.
Hey, no sweat. So, how's the colic kid?
Oh, he's catching a nap. Keeping me on my feet all night really wore him out.
Oh, you going to take it easy today?
I can't. I have to finish writing 3 briefs, make a long-distance conference call, and help a client reorganize her estate.
Don't forget to mow the lawn. See ya.
Bye. Well, it's nap time. I sure wish I could join you. Bill McLaughlin, please. Marcia Owens returning his call. Hi, Bill. Can I put you on the squawk box? Good.
Marcia, I've been going over the contracts, and I had a couple of thoughts.
Okay, go ahead. I'm with you.
First of all, Fields versus Westmoreland County is an excellent precedent to cite.
Well, failing a motion motion to dismiss. I think we need a precedent. Oh, hello. Whose boy are you?
What?
No, Bill. No, nothing.
Where do we stand on deposition?
Well, they've been submitted to the court, including the required stipulations. Oh, did you make a pee-pee?
No, Marcia, I didn't.
Oh, no, not you. I'm talking to a baby.
Well, as I was saying, Marcia, can you hear me?
Hey, Bill, can I call you back in 15 minutes?
Sorry, I'm doing court.
How about later this afternoon?
No good. Why don't we try this tomorrow?
No, tomorrow I have to take the baby to the pediatrician. Now listen, Nelson, I have a very important client coming over, so if you could just stay asleep for an hour or two, I can make enough money to buy you a... How do you bribe a baby? Hello, Mrs. Esterhazy. Please come in.
Thank you. What a lovely place. Where are those little mints that you have at your office?
Oh, I'm sorry, but as I told you on the phone, we have a new baby in the house, and they take up so much time.
Well, I'm sure your baby's getting more quality time than my grandchild gets from my son and that airhead aerobics instructor he married.
It's such a shame about your son moving to Florida.
That trampy little blonde can talk him into anything. But taking my only grandson, Binky, to Orlando, that really rips it.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Now tell me, exactly how old is little Binky?
27.
Hi, I'm Stan from the Beaver County Cable Company. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you had a hangover.
Hangover? I have a sleeping baby.
And a paying client. Can we get on with this?
Oh, certainly, Mrs. Esterhazy. I'll be right with you. I didn't place an order for cable.
Well, I got the purchase order right here. It's signed by Wesley T. Owens.
What?
Marcia, there are any number of competent attorneys that could change my will. And I'd get mints.
I'm coming, Mrs. Esterhazy. As you can see, this is not a good time.
It's $25 for the house call. If you want me to come back, it's another $25. It's up to you.
All right, look, do what you have to do, but just do it quietly. Okay, thank you.
Listen, you bleach blonde little tramp.
I beg your pardon.
I'm cutting you and my worthless son out of my will unless you leave Binky with me. I'm with my attorney right now.
Hello?
That's her, and she's even more ruthless than she sounds.
Stop that, you'll wake the baby. Oh, Nelson, no, not now.
Will you quiet that child? This is a long-distance call.
But it's my phone.
Hello? It went dead.
Looks like I cut the phone line.
But I need my phone. I work out of the house.
Not with this client.
Oh, Mrs. Esterhazy, please, can't we reschedule? How about tomorrow?
By that time, Binky could be strapped to a teacup in Disney World.
Pleasant evening.
Hi, Mr. Belvedere. How's your day off?
Oh, very nice. I went to the museum, I saw the ballet, and I ate a fine meal I didn't have to cook. How was yours?
Let's just say I had my hands full.
Remind you of the old days?
No, not really. Mr. Belvedere, I love that baby. Everything should be perfect. So why is everything so out of control?
Don't let it get you down. In a mere 18 years, he'll be in college.
You're not helping.
Mrs. Owens, you made a warm and loving home for your family. You got your law degree when many other women would be out playing tennis. At the same time, you raised 3 fine children. Well, 2 anyway.
Mr. Belvedere, do you think I'm doing the right thing trying to adopt Nelson?
I couldn't say. But the right decisions are always the hardest.
You're probably wondering why I called another family meeting.
Are we getting another baby?
Can we make it a girl this time?
No, it's nothing like that. I've invited some people over tomorrow. Bob and Shelley Mills. He's a rabbi, and she's a nurse. They're coming to see Nelson.
Are we having a bris?
No, Kevin. They're coming to take Nelson home.
What? But I thought you wanted another baby.
When I decided to try for Nelson, my maternal instincts were on a rampage that completely overwhelmed my better judgment, especially when it comes to what's best for Nelson.
Well, are you sure, Mom? I mean, maybe we just need to help you more.
Yeah, I could come home from school sooner.
Yeah, I could take some weekend shifts.
And I'm planning on doing a lot more cooking.
You're very sweet, but these things are not the issue. The issue is finding the right family for Nelson.
Well, what's wrong with us?
Nothing. But we're a complete family. The Mills have wanted children for years, and Nelson will be the answer to their prayers.
You think Nelson's starting to look just a little bit like me?
Yeah, especially when he sucks his thumb like that. Come in.
Listen, I just wanted to say goodbye to Nelson. And I wanted to give him this.
Your old baseball mitt?
Yeah, well, I was going to give it to Wes, but figured he'd only pawn it.
Come in.
Just in case I don't see Nelson in the morning, I wanted to say goodbye and give him this.
Your blow dryer?
In case he grows up to be an anchor man.
Hey, what's going on?
We're kind of saying goodbye to Nelson.
Oh, yeah, I'm really gonna miss the little dude. Of course, I never had to change him.
Good night, all.
Hey, big guy. Aren't you going to say goodbye to the little guy?
He doesn't react well to me. Besides, I hate goodbyes. Good night. What I meant before was, I hate public goodbyes. There. Nelson's departure has left us all a little sad. Mrs. Owens was particularly hard hit, especially after Heather tried to comfort her by promising she'd have grandchildren in a few short years. In all candor, even I was bitten by the baby bug, to an extent that I was reluctant to admit. Ah, well, one must take comfort where one can find it. Come to Papa. On Mr. Belvedere. Louise Gilbert, say hello to the Owens family.
So, you met the big guy at the laundromat, eh?
As it happens, we both spent time in Africa, so we thought it would be fun to get together and compare notes.
Never just a guerrilla gesture of friendship.
Hey, I'm not worried about the gorillas, big guy. It's you going ape over her I was thinking about.
Uh-oh.
So, did you guys break up?
We're going to get married.
I can't even picture it.
Streaks on the china, never mattered before. Who cares when you drop-kicked your jacket as you came through the door? No one glared. According to our new rival, life is more than mere survival, and we just might live the good life yet.
Did you say married?
Yes, I suppose I did.
Hey, what's going on?
Mr. Belvedere's engaged.
What? Whoa, way to go, big guy.
Not her. Her.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
So, who are you?
Giselle. I was with Lenny, but now he's getting married.
Well, I'm Kevin. I just got over the chicken pox. I'm single.
Ooh, you're cute.
Well, shall we go and make a toast to our commitment?
Mr. Belvedere, isn't all of this kind of sudden?
Yeah, you guys hardly know each other. I mean, does she know you sleep in the nude?
I know this might appear rash, but Lynn and I are kindred spirits.
I believe marrying Louise will be the best thing I've ever done.
Congratulations.
Yeah, great. Thank you. Super. That's great. Thank you.
Hey, wait a minute. What about us?
Oh, my God, we're not losing you, are we?
Well, this is what makes it so perfect. With Louise working in Pittsburgh, I can still remain as your housekeeper.
Oh, so we'll still have your cooking and cleaning, and she gets stuck with your snoring.
Yeah, we'll even keep your room open, big guy. Just in case you need a place to crash when Louise kicks you out of the house.
Come on, let's go before George turns us into the honeymooners.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Think they'll invite us to the wedding?
Well, of course they will. Daddy's going to pay for it.
What are you...
So, considering all the options, I think the wedding should be at George's Country Club.
Yeah, make it around 4, will you? That way I can come right from the 18th hole.
Why don't we have it in a sand trap? Then you won't have to make the trip.
Yeah, actually, a country club sounds like a big affair. We were hoping for something more intimate.
Well, hey, let's go to Vegas.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm not flying everybody to Vegas.
Well, how about Tahoe?
Marcia!
May I make a suggestion? Why don't we just have it here?
Gee, that was easy. Well, what's next? Invitations and announcements.
Let's go, guys. That's not our department.
Parkin.
Yes, honey buns? Taking orders. You got a lot of that to look forward to.
Louise, you know what I've been meaning to ask you?
What's that, Heather?
Well, with you being a professor and all and writing books on gorillas and stuff, are you going to change your name to Belvedere?
Of course you will, Dr. Louise Belvedere.
Well, to be honest, I hadn't given it much thought.
What is there to think about?
A woman doesn't just automatically give up her last name.
Since when?
Liz Taylor didn't give up hers.
I'm not marrying Liz, Louise. Why do you think I'm
Guys. You're supposed to save up all the fights till after you're married.
Sorry.
Now, where were we?
What you up to, big guy?
Oh, we're just going through telegrams from some friends of mine. They must have got our wedding announcements.
Oh. You mind?
Help yourself.
Congratulations, Lynn. That Louise must be some foxy lady. Love, Tina Turner?
I taught Tina the shingling.
All right.
Here's one from Zsa Zsa. She says she only attends weddings if she's the bride.
You knew all these women?
Oh, they were just friends.
Uh-huh.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. I mean, you can tell me they're just friends, but try convincing Louise.
What?
They're ladies from your past, big guy. If your missus gets a peek at these, you know what your honeymoon's going to be like?
No. What?
Oh, Lenny, tell me again about Meryl Streep. Oh, Lenny, were you and Cher really just buddies?
We were buddies. Cher and I simply got the same tattoo. Look, I'll show you.
No. Now, Look, if you want to avoid trouble, I'd hide those babies. And whenever the topic of old flames comes up, switch the subject to apes.
My wedding is only days away, and I approach the event with a happy heart. After all, Louise and I know the key to any relationship is patience and understanding. So I'm convinced our marriage will be a long and joyous one. Still, why does George keep painting us as the battling Belvederes? That could never happen to us. Could it?
Hey, Lynn, you gonna eat breakfast or what?
Knowing your cooking, I'll take a what?
My, aren't we a vision of loveliness this morning?
Speaking of loveliness, is that a new apron?
It was on sale, Lynn.
Sale? You don't see me running out to buy a new robe?
That's because they don't make them that big.
You're going to be the first broad on the moon, Louise. Pow!
Oh, yeah, well, be a nice change from this place.
Maybe you would have been happier if you had married one of your apes.
Maybe. But stupid me doesn't marry a chimp. I marry a chump.
That's it. This is my castle. And from now on, I intend to be treated like a king.
You want to be treated like a king?
Like a king.
A king?
I said like a king.
All right, Your Majesty. You want the royal treatment? Don't forget your crown.
Hey, Lenny boy.
Get out!
You know your breakfast is on your head.
Get out! Get out! Well, there seems to be only one logical course of action. Run.
Morning.
Hey.
So, where's Belvedere?
I don't know. It's his day off. Maybe he's resting up for his wedding.
Or maybe he and Louise are rehearsing for their honeymoon.
Oh, interesting you people can be laughing at a time like this.
What's your problem?
Bye, everyone. Nice knowing you. P.S. All regards to Louise.
Mr. Belvedere ran away?
His clothes are gone and everything.
Well, why would he just take off like that?
Well, he probably got cold feet about getting married, and I wonder who put them in ice.
Well, what did I say?
What didn't you say?
Well, I didn't say anything big enough to make that guy leave the house.
Guys, can you fight about this later? I think we better find Mr. Belvedere.
You're right. Let's split up and not a word about this to Louise.
Right.
I was in the neighborhood, and I thought I'd stop by and say hi to Lynn. Is he here?
Is the seat taken?
Help yourself.
Thanks, big guy.
Oh, George. How did you find me?
Well, I checked out Donut World, and when you weren't there, I figured where's Belvedere go when he starts getting squirrely?
Am I that predictable?
Hey, you got my family kind of worried, big guy.
Oh, I'm sorry, George. How many times have I said to you people, running away doesn't solve anything, and here I am running away.
Kind of a tubby Tom Sawyer. Hey, come on, Belvedere. You love Louise, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, so what's the big deal about tying the knot?
Well, I suppose after all those little cautions you give me about marriage, I realized you're right.
Huh? But I was just having fun. I mean, half the stuff I do is just to get a rise out of you.
What?
Well, it's like the time I told you English cricket is for sissies. You jumped all over me for weeks. You even dragged me out in the mud to play a stupid game.
And I won.
Yeah. Hey, what about the time I hid your ding-dongs all over the house? Went out and got some police dog to sniff them all out?
Ah, yes. Fritzy. I believe he also sniffed out your secret collection of Playboys.
Or Marsh is still harping on that one.
Then are you really saying that maybe marriage really could be all right for me?
Hey, if you can handle our household, you sure as hell can enjoy one of your own.
Thanks, George. I needed that.
Yep. If you ask me, the way you cook and sew, you're going to make Louise a damn good wife. Gotcha.
Okay, tomorrow I have a limo picking up Louise. I got your tux back from the cleaners. I ordered flowers for you guys. Oh, and I didn't hawk your rings.
Wesley, I couldn't have asked for a better best man. You've handled your duties with dignity and taste.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Mr. Belvedere. Now, what are you doing just sitting around the last night you're single?
What?
Hey, big guy.
Hello, Mr. Belvedere.
George, Skip, what are you doing here? Why aren't you doing the news at the station?
We called in sick.
Yeah? Figured we'd make a little news of our own.
Oh, Wesley, you haven't arranged one of those wretched bachelor parties, have you?
Well, it wasn't just my idea.
On a clear day.
Bob, are you behind all this?
Come on, Lynn, you've got to loosen up. Tomorrow you're getting married. Tonight you've got to party.
I won't go.
Oh, yes, you will.
No, I won't. No. No. I'll jump out of the car.
He just bounced back in.
I'll call Louise.
No, she's out with Mom and Heather at the Beefcake Club.
All right, I'll go. But I won't have any fun.
I thought he said he wasn't going to have any fun.
Maybe he has to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, he learned all that stuff from watching Soul Train.
Oh, come on, he's out there all by himself. I think we should join him. Party!
No sign of them yet? When I get my hands on your father, doesn't he know Mr. Belvedere's getting married in 2 hours?
I think that's them.
Where have you been?
I don't want to talk about it.
Kevin!
Not now, okay?
Well?
Hey, come on, Marsh. This is all Belvedere's fault.
Oh.
Well, first he gets us kicked out of the Steel Town Inn. Then he talks Goulet into flying us to Atlantic City.
What?
And next thing you know, Belvedere's leading a panty raid on some nurses' convention.
Where's Mr. Belvedere now?
Mr. Belvedere, who are they?
Oh, this is Ginger, and this is Annette. I told them they could be flower girls.
You get yourself upstairs, young man. Don't you know there's a wedding in 2 hours? Well, it looks like we're ready for a wedding.
You're so pretty, I'm ready for a honeymoon.
Out of my way. I have a nervous groom upstairs. The man needs some ho-hos.
I don't care what you say, Angela. This dress makes me look like Margaret Thatcher.
Gosh, that'll be confusing when she shows up for Mr. Bumpercar's wedding.
Margaret Thatcher isn't coming to Mr. Bumpercar's wedding.
Well, then what are you so worried about?
Hey, come on, kitten. Let's man the door. Who are they?
Oh, you told me to invite the Shriners.
I'm in Elliot and Paula Shriner up the street. Whoa. Check out the bride.
George, I've got to see Lynn.
Well, you will. You're going to marry him.
No, I've got to talk to him now.
No, seeing the groom before the wedding.
Oh, but
Louise, not another word. Come on, Mom, let's get things started. Okay. Places, everyone.
I'm bewitched by you so. No, not in springtime, summer, winter, or fall. No, never could I leave you at all.
Lynn, could I talk to you?
Not now.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today.
Stop, please. I'm sorry, but there's really something we have to talk about.
Can't it wait?
I'm afraid it can't.
Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, would you excuse us for a moment? Chat amongst yourselves. Louise, what's going on? Have you had a change of heart?
Not exactly. More like a change of address. I'm being called back to Africa.
What?
The university at Butare. They need me to come back and lead a guerrilla census.
Why can't they count them?
Well, it's not as simple as that. A census could take over a year. And also, they've offered me a faculty position. I guess we better brush up on our Kinyarwanda.
Is everything okay? Yeah, you guys better hurry up. Goulet's running out of material.
So, what gives?
Well, it seems that Louise has been recalled to Rwanda.
Hey, that's neat.
Well, wait a minute. If you're her husband, that means that you're...
I'd be going with her.
Well, what are you going to do, Mr. Belvedere? I mean, that would mean you'd be leaving us.
I spent 6 years with this family. They've been some of the warmest and happiest moments of my life. But now, I think it's time for Louise and I to find a life of our own. And if that means traipsing through the mud with my wife, then that's what I want to do.
Well, we can't tell you how much we're going to miss you, big guy, but, well, you sure as hell have our blessings.
I guess we always sort of knew you were going to leave someday. And I can't think of a happier way for you to go. As best man, I'd like to remind everyone that, we have a wedding to attend.
Do you, Louise Marie Gilbert, take this man to be your lawful wedded husband?
I do.
And do you, Lynn Aloysius Belvedere, take this woman to be your lawful wedded wife?
I do.
Then by the authority vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
I'm ready.
The cab's outside, Lynn.
Well, as you know, I was never one for long goodbyes. George?
Belvedere?
After your many threats, I'm glad you never fired me.
Yeah, me too. Don't take any wooden bananas.
Mr. Belvedere, I just can't say goodbye.
Then don't. I've left the recipes. Be gentle to them.
I'll try. So long, Mr. Belvedere. Thanks for everything.
I regret I shan't see you graduate. You are graduating.
Yeah, I am.
I love you, Mr. Belvedere.
I love you, Heather.
You know, if you weren't so old, I would have married you myself. You know what I mean.
You know, I'm losing my best friend.
Wesley, I've known heads of state and many celebrities, but none have given me finer memories than you. I shall savor our moments together, even the embarrassing and painful ones, which account for most of them. Though you are an Owens, I shall always think of you as a son.
Lynn, I'm afraid we have to go.
Oh, yes, the meter must be running. Well, ta-ta.
Who's gone?
Mr. Belvedere will be right back.
From the master of suspense.
To all my dear Owens, married life has been rather hectic here in the Virunga Mountains. First, Louise and I enjoyed our abba-dabba honeymoon. Now we fill our days counting gorilla noses. I miss you dearly. But being around apes keeps the spirit of the Owens family alive indeed. Oops, that's close. Louise is calling. Love to all, Lynn. P.S. When you notice I've left my journal behind, don't bother to send it. Perhaps someday I'll drop by and pick it up myself.